it's cool that we're kind of training people up on the production to give us like some resiliency and redundancy, like more legs so that if KJ or Hyperfuel can't be part of it, that we've got others, like Nachos and you guys and Nuclear YouTube for a lot of casting, just like stepping up. And
Yeah,
maybe even let
I've been
them
helping with the
play.
casting because I
Yeah,
don't put me on production. Like I'm more than happy to help with
I got
casting,
you.
but production I
Yeah.
am absolutely not gonna be good at. So I'll stick to the casting role.
I know people
It's
do full
about
setups for their.
time.
Okay, I got a kitty
VR2.
now. No, it's just StarCraft 2 casting. It's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, people get
Yep.
hardware and then
PG
for it,
has
and, like,
one
quick
point.
little soundboards, and there's a lot of behind the scenes that goes into any kind of production. So I agree. I'm comfortable. Hyping people up, putting people on, asking questions, making some observations, tampering with other people, but don't put me in front of the production setup. You're not gonna have a good
Yeah, that
time.
is a very saturated
Yeah.
mineral line.
Yeah,
Oh, but it hits the O.
I'm sorry, I didn't even see that invite.
Alright, there we go.
Yes! I've been practicing with those for the last week.
He's got his
Good.
medication.
Whoever's party leader,
Oh,
but I
my
can't think of his
God.
name.
Oh, and he question marks him.
Oh.
DM's his friend. I like it. It's always fun when you play your
playing
friend.
Zerg.
Good question.
Does he have another blink? Very nice. Bruce does have enough to really take on this army. He just needs to blink on top of it. Finish off those cyclones.
Looks like he's mostly defensive looking. Oh, there
Yep,
we go.
there we
There
go.
we go.
There's this time.
That's been the move.
Very nice storm. Kills it.
He's gonna beat it. GG's.
FSL in trade with a more
Economic damage. 24 workers going down. Oh no, that's a bad storm. That he walked through all the Protoss units got stormed there. Very few of
Because they're going to be taking on the two-time world champion Sarah. He has come in with guns ablaze. That is currently 30 units. We have the GG. Oh boy.
Pull it up!
GG! Minnesota Warcraft, FSL team, manages to get a GG.
A very good try overall.
You know? Oh, you're not.
To a 2-0 victory over GG Izzy. GG's call.
10, multiply there. We have the GG. Alright, great.
And we are live.
Sorry,
Excellent.
I walked in down.
Today we have the Season 10 show match, Nachoz versus the World. I'm
Usually what happens when
right.
you do something production-wise, you get called out like Hyper Turtle. So I guess that's what happened to Nachos today.
Yeah, it's called the hyper turtle effect because you're so visible, everyone wants a piece of you. Casting with me today are going to be JMPZ and Monkey Shaman, and we have quite a few sets for you guys today. Let's give a quick look at the schedule. So yeah, Nachos will be taking on Hyper Turtle, Sergeant ABC, Sheen Pone, Revenant Rage, and JMPZ himself. A lot of matches here, so why don't we get into it? All of these will be best of threes, and I know Nachos has been preparing heavily.
So do we know what the behind the scenes training montage, like workout routine for StarCraft 2 Nachos has been doing in order to ready himself to face the world?
We do not, but we can ask him directly when he comes in. We did get some footage of Nachos just to know more about the player. That will be packaged and released separately from this particular show match, just due to some time constraints this week. But why don't we pull the players in and get to know the lore behind the matchups? Just quick background here before we pull them in. Nachos challenged all the former team captains. He used to be a team captain himself on the team Cheesy Nachos. And he wanted to challenge all the former team captains that he's either never taken a game off of or has rarely ever taken a game off of, as well as some other matchups that he has not done well historically, and he wants to see if he can turn that around. Let's bring these players in.
I will be disappointed if the montage doesn't have "Live to Win" as the song in it, for sure.
All right, welcome players.
Oh, hi.
Hello, hello.
All right. Let me just switch to our screen.
So I guess while Nucleo is busy with the production side of things, I guess Nachos, you seem to have a lot of ZVZs today, and I know yesterday in the FSL was a rough day for you. So after the FSL day, did you practice ZVZ, or have you just been practicing all week for these show matches?
A little bit of both. I'm gonna tell you something. I was looking back, and a lot of my ZVZ matchups, it would seem like I am allergic to link speed, and I will promise you that I'm not allergic to it. I was just trying. I don't know what I was doing, but anyway, rest assured, in every one of my matchups, link speed is going to be timely. It's going to be learned. It's going to be involved somehow. So
It's something you learn as a Zerg player that you don't want to spend the 100 gas and the 100 minerals, but when you don't have link speed, it's such a detriment that it's 100% worth it. That upgrade is way more worth than 100.
Okay, I'm going to tell you this, and this is what I discovered. This is the changing of the mind. Let's say I go for a roach timing, okay? You think that 100 would make you a little bit slower on that timing, and I'm going to tell you the time difference is I can't tell if I'm slower or my timing's hit later with link speed. That's how much it's not a big factor. Getting it or getting it not, it's not like I'm going to get a roach timing at 4 minutes or something like that. That's not how that works. So
that makes sense since the Roach War is mineral only, so.
There you go. Yeah.
And I guess the question I have for Hyper Turtle is the last time I saw you was the show match. I believe that was last week. It might have been 2 weeks ago at this point. But
it was 2 weeks ago. I've had a couple busy weekends.
Okay, so 2 weeks ago you had your show match, and I remember a sentence you said when we were finished that you were probably not going to be playing Zerg for 2 or 3 weeks. Are you going to be playing random today, or are you going to be playing Zerg?
No, I'm not taking any chances. I'm playing Terran. Also for variety.
Yeah. All right.
You know, I'm not allergic to Zerg versus Zerg. I'm actually very allergic to pollen and mold, so the spring thaw is a bigger concern. But
Yeah.
yep, I'm just gonna go for classic TVZ. That's what I'm in the mood for.
And
Hyper,
before we
and
get
I'm
into
glad-
the matchup, I do want to make sure that we touch on this. Tell us about the lore between you guys. Like, what's the score? How do these matches normally go when you guys play each other?
Oh, okay. So and I'm so glad Hyper Turtle is playing Terran because it's actually the matchup that I only know TVZ versus him. Here's what it feels like. I think maybe I have won one game off of him, but what really burns in my soul is that it was last year. It was like we captained 2 teams, and it came down to the ace, and they were like, "Why don't we just have the captains go at it?" And I was like, "Let's do this." And Hyper Turtle was like, "Yeah, let's do this." And he whooped me. It was just like it was a whooping. And so I'm like, yeah. That's the thing. Like, am I gotten better? Each of the matchups that I agreed to today and wanted to, these is kind of like a litmus test for my own. Like, where am I at? Am I actually better, or am I doing better on the ladder, or am I doing better in FSL? Let's see.
Sounds good. I actually do remember that match. It was, I believe I played that day as well. So I do remember that ace match, and everyone said, let's let the captains battle it out to see who wins. So I'm definitely interested to see, I guess, what you've learned since then in the TVZ matchup, and hopefully we get a good series.
I would love it. Yeah, it's going to be great.
All right, well, game 1 is going to be on 10,000 feet, so let's separate out the players and get into it.
Alrighty.
Good luck, have fun.
See you on the other side.
Yeah.
Have we started the lobby yet?
There it is.
Making sure I'm not.
Do a little bit of player shuffling onto the teams. Nachoz sounds ready. He sounds ready for these matchups. You can hear the sort of fire in his belly. Wait, no, cancel this. I am not playing.
Yeah.
There we go. Nachoz sounds ready for the world. Is the world ready for more nachos?
Oh, wait, hold on.
We lost somebody.
Did the game start? Okay, it looks like...
Nachoz
Yeah.
left the lobby. Let's
Alright,
make sure he gets into the lobby.
Yep.
Oh, wait. Okay,
Here,
we're
we'll
on
bail
the
out of
East
this
lobby.
one.
Yeah.
Slight hiccup with the
Yeah.
production there.
It happens.
All good.
Okay.
Set these teams. There we are.
Nachos.
Red versus blue,
Race.
Terran versus Zerg. Wait, we need a... There we go.
There.
Red versus orange. Small asterisks, but still TVZ. I think the most iconic matchup in StarCraft 2. One of the most fun ones to watch.
Oh, it is definitely El Clasico for sure. Nacho's getting his neck warmed up. He's got a long day ahead of him. Possibly could be playing up to 15 games. Now, one is from
Wow.
replay, but 12, I guess you could say. But that is a lot of StarCraft.
It's a marathon.
We'll see.
All right. Now, for those watching at home, I know that they love to see the production tab. So I'm going to ask for that early and often.
Yep. And I will do the introduction, and you give me a help on the second one, Monkey Shaman. So in the upper left, we have the Red Terran, and he is...
Hyper Turtle.
And his opponent, who is facing the world in the lower right with the orange Zerg, we have none other than
Nachoz.
former captain of the team Cheesy Nachos, representing his own bad self today against all comers in these series of grudge matches, rematches, redemption matches, all of the above. I am super stoked to see him play.
Yep. I definitely want to see if he has some builds planned out for certain matchups. Obviously, when you go into a show match like this, it's it's a little more casual than the league, even though the league is pretty casual. But this is definitely the time to bring out some new stuff. So I wonder if he's got anything planned. Hyper Turtle looks like he's scouting with this SCV.
Yeah, I think Nachoz is gonna probably try to show off what he's been working on, what he's been practicing, what he's been getting better at. His teaser about not forgetting ling speed, I think, is a good one. We'll see that, I'm sure, in play. But I don't expect, too many kind of crazy meme builds. I doubt we'll see high risk, kind of high reward, proxy hatch kinds of openings. But I do expect him to show us what he's got.
Yep.
And I'm sure he's reviewed the tape on all of his old ones and figured out, here's what I think I did wrong, here's what I can do better next time.
What I'm curious about is he gonna pull the drones off of the gas after he gets ling speed, or he keeps mining the gas? So right now he could have gotten ling speed, but he chose to pump out another unit. But there comes ling speed,
Mm-hmm.
and he's keeping all 3 drones on gas, so he wants to keep mining gas. It's definitely something that, like, as you get into the lower diamond ranks, that a lot of Zergs like to do, because you really don't need the gas early unless you're trying to do something cheesy or aggressive. So I'm not sure if Nachoz is going aggressive or not, but yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah, there's some interesting stuff he could do. An early lair, he could go for burrow or overlord speed, but most of the time I agree that they pull those drones out of the gas geyser because they're just wanting to build up that eco, get more hatches, more queens, more overlords, more drones and zerglings, and you don't need gas for any of that.
Yeah, queens are very, very strong, as a lot of Zerg players know. They are a very good early game unit, and having those drones pulled off of gas to just pump out more queens is always going to be beneficial.
Yeah. So right off the top, about 3.5 minutes into the game, I really like Nachoz' map presence already. There's a good spread of overlords, scouting drones. He's got a line-based third already started. And he's sending those overlords that he's just produced. They all have little scouting missions already, you can tell. Ling's on the ramp. He kind of got rid of the initial Reaper. He's got a couple left on his Reaper jump-up spot in case he decides to return. There's a poke on the other side, but he's got a queen in position, so no real damage to speak of. He's looking solid here.
Yeah, he's definitely got all the vision of the map. He knows there's no corner bases, no shenanigans like that. For sure, he's definitely happy to keep pressing that drone key right now. He doesn't see any army coming at him, and that's pretty much a Zerg stream right there, is to be able to press that D key. We do see a Roach Lauren, and we also see Cloak coming out of Hyper Turtle, so
and
I'm not sure
one Banshee.
any spores in the bases yet. I see a Spine Crawler, but I do not believe I see a spore.
Yeah, that's going to be sort of the second skill check that Hyper Turtle sends his way after, can you handle my Scouting Reaper? Can you handle my invisible Terran Death Helicopter gunships?
Definitely seems to be producing a lot of Lings at the moment. He's got 22 on the field. I guess a little bit nervous of the cards. If those Lings go out a little more, they will catch Hyper Turtle's Reaper, but at this point in time, I think Hyper Turtle's looking to get some damage with those Banshees. Let's see if they get caught going to the other side of the map, because if Nachoz sees them, we might see a reaction in him start to make a bunch of spores.
Yeah. So Hyper Turtle's got a really good kind of natural wall with the bunker there, siege tanks, a couple cars behind. It looks solid, but Nachoz is right there seeing it. So I kind of don't expect him to try any kinds of early attacks against the Nat that are not going to fare well against the setup that he has there. There's some good, information there. He's sending the Lings forward, but I wonder if he's probably going to use those more for like map control and denying further expansion than going for any kind of attack.
The Banshee's flying out, so I don't know if Nachoz sees it or not. He is making a bunch of Banelings outside of Hyper Turtle's natural, but the Banshee did not go to the other side of the map. It stopped, so we're about to see a Ling Bane Ravager hit right now in the Hyper Turtle's base, and Nachoz has a lot more units than Hyper Turtle right now. He's got almost double the army supply, so let's see how these walls
Yeah.
tank shots.
Hello there, Biles.
Very good dodge by Hyper Turtle on the Banshee. Let's see, the Lings get in, and they're going to get on top of these tanks.
Okay. All right, and Sedane's not quite hitting the scout CVs, but still doing damage. The wall is breached.
Yeah,
So Nachoz, this is not a half in sort of attack on the front. This is a good, committed, calculated attack with enough to get through.
Should be able to clean up. Oh no, the Lynx didn't get into the main.
Yeah.
That's not
Depot
good for
is
Hyper
down.
Turtle.
I'm noticing that Hyper Turtle has some very classy unit skins there. That is a good-looking Viking, but it's not really doing much for him right now. While there's Lynx chewing on, his workers still.
Yeah, and here comes another round of Lynx. While these Banshees will be able to clean them up, he needs to raise the wall, and the Lynx get in one more time. That is not good for Hyper Turtle. These Lynx are going to do a lot of damage to these SCPs.
They already have. I mean, looking at it, Nachoz has already cleared double his opponent's supply now. Just terrible damage.
Very good damage from Nachoz, and if he keeps his foot on the gas, he's definitely going to be able to keep pushing Hyper Turtle in. Because when you're up twice the amount of workers, almost 3 times, it's definitely going to be rough.
Yeah. Hyper Turtle has an Air Force, including a Viking, but he did not notice that one low HP OV getting away and still able to see what he's doing behind him on his mineral line. So I'm impressed with Nachoz' early game here. Mid-game, the first attack, I clearly put him in favor. He knows his opponent's got air and banshees, so he built spores in all of his bases. I see everything but the third. The third isn't really much of a target, though. There's no drone saturating yet, so he looks kind of in decent shape to handle some of the counter pressure.
And still no wall for Hyper Turtle, and these Lynx and Roaches are going to be able to get in on the second base again before this bunker.
Yeah.
No tanks in position. He does have some...
Those mules are all dead, though.
Yeah, this is a really rough game 1 for Hyper Turtle. I definitely think Nachoz is going to be able to push his way to victory.
Yep.
He does have a tank coming out, which will help him clear up what's in his natural at the moment, but I don't know if he's going to be able to take any more of the map. Let's see what happens here with these Roaches and Lynx. Scaling what he can, not overcommitting. A lot more Ravagers on the way, but now here comes the Banshee squad, and nothing that shoots up here is going to start whittling away at this army. And Nachoz forward, but I don't think he's going to be able to break this. That was pretty fast.
Not quite yet.
No, that's a lot of damage. The Ravagers go down, and even though he's still winning on the worker lead right now, his armies, he's only got six units left in his army. So if Hyper Turtle can build his wall up, since it's got 3 CCs, Nachoz is dropping the 4th, which is good, but Hyper Turtle definitely winning that fight heavily there, and it gets him back in the game.
And looking also, I think something interesting here, I saw those Marines really doing well against the Roaches. Hyper Turtle, despite being under heavy attack, he does have stim completed and he has level 1 infantry weapons. Nachoz just has gotta go fast. Faster Roaches, faster Lynx. But as the bio, if Hyper Turtle stabilizes and can continue to get a couple of those key like Marine upgrades in, his forces will trade better and better against what Nachoz has unless there's parity.
Yeah, I would like to see Hyper Turtle take that Viking and start patrolling around, start killing some of these overlords out of his base. He would find 3 if he did it. He started shooting the 1, but when the craziness of the attack started, he kind of got pulled back, and I think he lost track of it. But at the moment, I would like to see him get that wall up as well in the front, because another attack like that, it's going to be very hard for him, especially because he doesn't have any tanks. He only has the 1 on the high ground.
So I'm happy to see Nachoz spending his money. While he was microing that most recent push, the unspent minerals climbed up over 2K, but now he's got a little breather and he's like, okay, I'm spending it. I'm taking more bases. I'm building more queens. I'm, hopefully he's droning up a little bit. No, he's at 63 drones. I like where he's at. He might want a few more, but his macro behind is looking decent. Now he's just got to figure out where he wants to spend the rest of it. What's he up to? 4 gas geysers now? 6? Yeah, he's going to be getting some gas income.
So yeah, I was just about to say Hyper Turtle needs to get his gases as soon as possible, because he was definitely hurting, not being able to make any more tanks. And he looks like he started his +1 defense, and it looks like Lurker Den on the way for 24 drones just got pumped out by Nachoz.
Okay, big macro energy.
Oh, this army's going to get cleaned up by the Terran, though. He's in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, that A move, wrong direction.
Oh no.
And now these overlords are getting cleaned up, sorta. I think
Nachoz looks to
Hyperturtle's
be
gonna start pushing.
yeah, but Nachoz is getting ready with some higher tech, more oomph units. Like you said, Lurker Den building. He's pumping out some Hydras. Hydra Speed is finishing just right now.
Yep.
And then I guess the Groove Spines are next.
Did he start his? I would like to see Nachoz start his hive.
Evos.
He's had the
Hive and Evos.
yeah, he's had the infestation pit for quite a bit now, and if he can get up to hive tech, there's his hive on the way. And
Yeah.
like you said, the Evos, he needs to start working on upgrades, because if he's going to keep sitting at 0-0, these armies, as they get bigger and bigger, Hyperturtle's going to start finding advantages for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, Combat Shield finished for those Marines. That when you get that Terran Bio Ball and it gets big enough, and I'm not seeing Banes from Nachoz. I'm wondering what his desired source is splash. Probably Lurkers.
Ghost
But
Academy on the way for Hyperturtle.
yeah.
But no armory yet either, so he's going to be locked to 1-1, so this is the perfect time for Nachoz to start coming back in that upgrade war. And there's a lot of Banes right now. There's
There we go.
production tab.
Good timing. Good timing.
Oh, and a run by at the third at Hyperturtle's third. He doesn't have any defenses there. This Ling run by should do decent, but the reinforcements coming in.
And their armor just kicked in for the Terran, so they got even a little beefier. They are now 1-1. I do expect a counterattack. Oh, army clash incoming. Let's see if he micros against the Banes.
Oh no! They've crashed
good
all into
shooting.
the tanks. Yeah, very good focus from Hyperturtle there. Not losing any bio to the Banelings, and he can chase this army down. He just needs to be careful not to overstim.
I'd say that most of those units are in the red and orange, but with Nachoz having nothing there to help clean them back up, that army's just going to heal up with a little help from the medevac healthcare.
So doing the triple upgrade thing for Nachoz, something I'm a huge fan of if I got the money. Also started Adrenal, and he did start the Baneling speed. I guess he just realized that he didn't have it, so he definitely is working towards those upgrades. And I still don't see an armory for Hyperturtle, so he's pretty much stuck on 1-1 until he drops that.
It's a good response from Nachoz. He sees that fight, sees his stuff get blown up, says, I'm outgunned. What can I do about that? Let's make my troops fight better. And he is doing that now on all cylinders.
Yep.
I don't know if I like the position of this army that he has in kind of the middle left, because the Terran army, at least the one he's seen, was better supported. Here comes the medevacs to help with it. Yeah, it's the Banes. There we go. Now, Hyperturtle doesn't see it.
This position, it's going to be rough for a few moments, but I think with the wraparound from the Banes, he should be able to clean up this bio, because there is only one tank here. So if these Banes come crashing in, it's going to be a lot of damage to these to this army for sure. I don't care what upgrades you got, Banelings are still really, really good.
Okay, so he scanned the right, but he didn't scan the other side where they would be coming from. So these are going to surprise him a bit. Yeah. Oh. So that's a better fight for Nachoz. I like the pullback micro here from Hyperturtle and the scan. Yeah. Oh, that's a good concave. I think he's going to kill those. Oh, no, barely.
He had to get out.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, missed rally. That tank is sieging up. Spending 3 scanners.
And I
How many
don't think
orbitals?
the Lurkers have range yet, so these are probably going to be in trouble. But yeah, here we go. The Ling's getting us around. They'll clean up these tanks.
Yeah. Hyperturtle just gets away with the Air Force.
Yeah, range is now being researched. He researched the burrow speed for them.
Ooh, and Ultras. I didn't even see him build the cavern, but he's got chitinous working. I love that he'll be getting some beefy carapace meleeed up space elephant dinosaurs on his team to help deal with these crowds of Marines.
100%. Hyperturtle finally starting the armory. To his credit, he's really held on in this game. He somehow got up to 4 bases with how far behind he was in the beginning. It's definitely been all Nachoz, but the fact that Hyperturtle's holding on, getting to that Terran late game, which everyone knows is very strong. But the only issue is Nachoz is now ahead in the tech path, the upgrades, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Hyperturtle has
3 ghosts out, which will be good against those lurkers with snipes, and add the possibility of the wild card of the nuke into it. He's also building some liberators now for the first time, which again I think are really good, maybe the best counter to lurker shenanigans. So I like his composition against what Nachoz shown in.
The Zerg again though, and it's going to be very hard for Hyper Turtle to hold this. Can he kill the
Yeah.
fast enough? No, he cannot. There's one left.
And Nachoz is macroing behind it too. He just put 40 more lings out onto the field. So look at the supply difference. It's once again about 2-1 in favor of Nachoz. And this one, yeah, take him down.
And he's going to be able to run into this second, yeah. And this tank just popped out, but Nachoz sees it right away.
It's going to get surrounded.
The
There we go.
Game 1 goes to Nachoz. For sure. The early aggression definitely put Hyper Turtle on the back foot. Definitely was able to keep the pressure on Hyper Turtle's side of the map.
It's a fun graph to look at in the score screen for the two of them, because there are some power spikes. There's times when Nachoz pulls ahead, but their graphs are often moving very much so in parallel. Like you can see the clashes where one of them is doing better or worse. There are times where, you know, taking together all the inputs into it, Blizzard says maybe Hyper Turtle was a little ahead in this moment. So I love to see it. It's definitely not going to be a one-sided series for any of these, is my guess. These are going to be some good, exciting, dynamic games.
Yeah, and I was looking at the end score screen. I didn't know Nachoz played at 200 APM. That is it's very quick for us older gentlemen. So at 200 APM, you can definitely do something with that for sure.
Is Nachoz currently the oldest hat in the FSL? He might be.
I don't know everyone's age, so I'm not going to comment on that.
Right, but Nachoz is in his 50s, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
And is, like you said, 200 APM is a lot of APM for people where we don't 50, have the youngest hands. Yeah.
If I'm 50 at 200 APM, I'm ecstatic.
I'm happy. That's winning, right?
Yeah, that's winning. That's winning at life for sure. Alright, looks like we're loading into game 2.
Did the players pick these maps? Do we know how the maps arrived?
I'm not sure. I know I let Nachoz pick the maps for our series, but we have in the bottom right the blue Terran, and he is
Hyper Turtle.
And his opponent in the upper left, playing with Orange Zerg in the second of this best of 3 series, we have
Nachoz.
So yeah, I loved what I saw in game 1 from Nachoz. He looked very solid. He looked prepared. He was really making Hyper Turtle be the reactive one to his aggression and his map control. I know that lots of people view Zerg as the naturally reactive race. They're sort of the punching bag, but Nachoz was doing the punching there.
Yeah, for sure. Quick comment. I do love Hyper Turtle's intro, the whole Dr. Evil chair spin.
Yes.
Zergling, for sure. That was one of my favorite intros for the league. But looks like we're seeing some pretty standard ZVT opening. I don't see any crazy wonkiness or anything like that. Again, Hyper Turtle sending out the SCV to scout. So looks like we're going to get a pretty standard game. StarCraft is always a game about information, so anytime you can scout, it's always going to be good for you. I think the only thing that I would worry about with that scout is if that SCV comes home or not. If that SCV hides somewhere on the map, he might be able to sneak in, you know, some sneaky tech somewhere or something like that. But Nachoz, as a Zerg player, typically is not going to worry too much about that sort of stuff later on.
Now, Hyper Turtle, something I'll say is that he did his good little scout, and nothing that he saw made him think, I need early units. So he just hasn't built any, and he opted for a reactor first out of his barracks, rather than building a Reaper or even a Marine, something that could do some further scouting or harass or maybe shoo off some overlords. He just said, I want to go right into the ability to pump out more units faster. I know this is going to be a little bit of a longer game than anything decided early. And he is readying that reactor as a switch, I think, for the factory to build some cars. So
yeah, he still doesn't have many units, which concerns me a little bit. I would have liked to see him pump out the 2 Marines while we're waiting for the factory to finish, because essentially that reactor is just not going to be used while the factory is being built. But I guess we'll see if that comes back to haunt him with these lings, because I think a few lings are coming to his side of the map. They might just be scouting lings, looking around for any proxies or anything cheesy like that. Looks like Nachoz about to drop his third.
I think I'm shaping up. It'll either be a 1-1-1 or do you think a second factory? But he freed up that tech lab that he built for future building TBD. Now the first Marine is getting built from a naked barracks. It's a starport. Okay.
Yeah, like I guess I think I'm more of a fan of using your add-ons until the buildings are about finished. Like it definitely helps you to get the value out of them. I know it's obviously if like stuff starts happening, it's harder to switch, but that's a very early armory for Hyper Turtle. So I have a feeling we're going to be seeing some Hellbats and maybe mech this game instead of bio.
Yeah. Now with Hellbats, if that's the idea, why do you put a tech lab on the starport, right? Because Hellbats go great with medivacs. It'll double armory. Okay, this is he's gonna make it happen.
My guess is
so I'm thinking Banshees.
Go Banshees. Yeah. He's gonna go Banshees early and then probably swap it later on.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
It's just pure guess right now, but yeah, it looks like he's trying to rush these upgrades, especially with the second armory. It looks like he really wants to get the upgrades out early.
Well, he may have correctly identified in last game that Nachoz was not getting upgrades very early on, and perhaps he's seeing that as something that he can exploit, for some strong pressure when his upgrades are finished and ready to just trounce all the Zerg light units.
I completely agree with that. That would definitely be something that he could do into this game. If he is going to go heavy into the mech play, I would really like to see him try to get these gases. Well, he looks like he's just starting the gases at his second base. I would like him to, maybe drop a third CC and do the traditional mech. I'm going to hang back, get this big wall of mechanical units, and then rush into you. Oh, I see it now, too.
Yeah, we both see that now. The fusion core, huh? Yeah. And I was going to say what I want is a second factory, so there can be something with the tech lab making blue flame for all of these cars to really roast the Zerg. But I think Hyper Turtle has other things in mind. I think he says Zerg doesn't have good anti-air for a while, and if you're going to let me sit back here, I might be making some ship weapons is what he's prioritized, and a little bit of ship armor, and just get some big nasty BCs teleporting in your face.
A big push coming across the map for Nachoz at the moment, but the thing is,
no tanks.
Yeah, no tanks, but these
wall.
Oh,
no wall.
No full wall, very scary. Oh no, Hyper Turtle's pushing out at the exact wrong time.
Oh dear, is he gonna detect this? Is he gonna just drive by? He's going through the middle. He might miss. Oh my goodness, he misses it. Ship's passing in the night. Hyper Turtle. He's building a bunker now, but it doesn't. Oh, and Nachoz is going home. Oh, he managed to pull Nachoz back.
He did pull Nachoz back. That's gonna help him a lot, but this
dear.
isn't a full wall.
Oh dear.
Link get in again.
Yeah. Nachoz. I love these simultaneous fights. He cleaned up all those cars. No sweat.
I think if Nachoz would have just pushed and let the cars get dealt with reinforcements, it would have been just a tiny bit better for him, because he would have had all these units here. But these Banshees, again, like you said, nothing that shoots up. Like, they're going to be uncontested as long as they don't get hit by bios. But he's definitely huge in the lead on the army right now. Hyper Turtle only has 20 army, and the walls are coming down. Hyper Turtle trying to target down the Ravagers.
Good repair. Good repair on that bunker.
Yeah, keep the bunker alive, and as you clean up all of these Zerglings,
Banes.
He can afford
Here
to
come the Banes.
Workers.
I would like the
Banes.
Banes.
The cars.
Yeah, that's not where I'd love to see them. They can get picked up by these Banshees. Oh no.
Honestly, this is a really good hold by
Good hold. Yeah,
Very
and he saves the depot from burning down too. Excellent hold.
That wall up. It looks like he's dropped another. He's got the third CC that I was hoping for. If he can float it out, he's going to be on even bases with the Zerg, and even bases with the Zerg as a Terran is great.
And in 5 seconds, battle cruiser operational. That snuck through in all of this. Hyper Turtle queued up 2 BCs while holding, And now we have a threat here that there's a couple of spores in production, but like
The Link's trying to get back through.
Yeah.
Little hole in the wall again. Oh, the Hellbats are up now, though.
yeah,
He's gonna see the BCs for the first time.
yeah, and Nachos, I don't think is gonna like that at all because he's also
Teleport.
gonna see them.
But he does
It's on
have
the
double
natural.
spore here. He has double spore.
Interesting. I don't love that spot, but dead drones are dead drones, dead queens are dead queens.
Yeah, this is gonna push this BC away. This BC's dying. This BC's
Yeah.
dead.
Oh no!
It's gone.
One down. Nice defense. You picked the not the best spots. I know there's some luck when you're just blindly hitting T, and that Spire is almost halfway up for Nachos too.
He has
So-
double spores at every base but the third, but the one thing I'm concerned about Nachos is even with all the damage he's done, he's still behind on workers. Now he just pumped out a bunch of drones, so that's going to help his economy. But Hyper Turtle almost done with +2 ship weapons. He's got 2 BCs in production. I do like the Spire drop for Nachos, but he doesn't really have the gas to sustain
No.
a lot of Spire units at the moment. So I would really like to see him take this third or fourth and fifth and sixth gas. Ugh. So, definitely a strange
Agree on all.
opening. Let's see, the third base coming out.
And 9 minutes in, Hyper Turtle is still ahead in supply against the Zerg, which is no mean feat.
Yeah, and he's got a
While
way
teching
larger
hard.
army.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
I
plus
don't
2 ship weapons.
I don't know what those lings were for that just went to their death, sort of crashing against that front bunker and the wall of Hyper Turtle. I don't know if he just wanted to see what was at the wall without losing an Overlord to do it. There's an Overlord hanging out next to Hyper Turtle's like third here with a BC just a stone's throw away. And it's funny that they're just like, hey Bob, at the water cooler. Now the Marines come to deal with it.
3 more racks getting dropped for Hyper Turtle. Would like to see him start if he has the gas for it. Another upgrade on those ship weapons, maybe, you know, armor. But he's got the armories to do it, so I would say start pumping out those upgrades. There we go. He's doing +1 armor. He didn't have quite the gas to do +3 ship weapons, but I think if he can take the gas at his third, he'll be in good shape. And looks like we got a run by for Nachos. Nope, he turns around, comes forward again. With these corruptors are going to be able to take out these BCs. There's not enough BCs to defend against these corruptors.
But BCs, if they're supported, if they're not running on these solo missions, corruptors have a lot of armor, but you know, a marine ball under there that would help handle it. He's wisely teleporting away.
Very
yeah, back to safety.
I think if he can get a lot of Marines out, it looks like Nachos doesn't really have Banelings at this point. So if he can just
as he produces Banes and send the corruptors, there we go. But those are repaired, supported DCs now.
Yeah,
Marines, the Banshees will take care of the Banes. Yeah, good target fire on all those morphing cocoons, so the Marines have a good chance. Yeah, get him. There they go. Much cleaner by Hyper Turtle this time. Loses 1 BC, but trades it for the big Corruptor Ball. I think Nachoz is in trouble if he decides to, if Hyper Turtle wants to go aggro. And yeah, there's a couple teleports.
Just started 13 more Corruptors, so it's going to be very hard for him to hold against these Marines if he doesn't have any sort of ground army. So that's what I'm a little nervous about. But
yeah, Hyper Turtle's killing queens. He's taking fire from the spores there, but only 1 at a time. And he's got 2 BCs, big difference.
I would like to see him just take out this outer base
Yeah.
right here, get away from these Corruptors, but he just used his teleport, so it's going to be impossible.
He's just got to run them.
These are gone.
Got to run the BCs, and he's got to have the Marines coming by to maybe shoo away the Corruptors. I think this little attack force is dead. And he is supply blocked right now, but he plunked down a bunch of barracks, so he'll have a way to spend those minerals pretty soon. And Nachoz has been forced, by the way, into building that big Corruptor Ball. They don't really fight anything except BCs. So when Hyper Turtle says it's Marining time, I like the spot that he's setting himself up for.
He really needs to get these gases saturated, because Hyper Turtle's got so much minerals, but he doesn't have the gas income. And when you're making mech, that's the one thing you're going to need a lot of is gas.
Yep.
And here comes the
Nachoz
Hyper Turtle.
Has sight, by the way, on the potential future expansion sites of Hyper Turtle, and has been building some more hatcheries himself. So,
Yeah, this is going to be very rough for these Corruptors.
Yeah. Once those Marines stim and get under, that's
Here comes a big ball of Banes, though.
Get him. Get him.
Oh,
Don't
he
get
ran
him.
away. He did not want to try his luck there. That's for sure.
But what it did is protect the Corruptor's retreat, right? Because the Marines are saying, I'm not going through that choke point, boss.
Nope, I'm good on that one.
Yeah.
All right, we got a Raven on the way. We got 3 medevacs. It looks like he realizes that he's not going to win the air war with the Corruptors. He is building his 4th and 5th now, but the Nachoz has a Overlord seeing this, and Hyper Turtle is sending over Marauders to wave at it. Oh,
So Hyper Turtle invested
Marines
in all that early mech energy and has been pumping out armory upgrades. But now that he has all these Marines, they're 0-0. They have stim. They have combat. They have combat, but no real upgrades to speak of. Nachoz doesn't either, though. Now he's getting Adrenal. Now he's saying, I need some flyer carapace. I'd like to see him get some ground carapace. He's got to say, I want to win the fight in the air or on the ground, and I want to do it decisively and prioritize the resources.
Yep, and Hyper Turtle is starting +1 for his Marines. I think that is something, like, after the game, maybe, like, I know Nachoz likes to work on stuff. That would be one thing I would probably tell him, hey, man, you got to stop dropping your Evo chambers at 14 minutes into the game. You know, maybe cut that time in half and get some of these upgrades, because you have the money for these upgrades, 100%. So even if it's, like, costing you a little APM, just work on those upgrades, and I feel like he's going to be in much better shape for these fights.
No kidding. So Nachoz has played more games, is a more experienced player. I think has beat me whenever we played, and I'm very much so learning right now as well. But something that I'm learning from these matchups, like in real time while watching them, something's kind of clicking with as we see the upgrade war here. There was a discussion before the match where Nachoz said, "You're not going to see me forget lane speed," and someone said that 100-100, it's worth more than that. And when you spend on an upgrade where it only costs you 100-100, that's big money early game. But later on, when you're on all of these bases, in terms of how much bang for the buck you get and how much it pays for itself, you really start to see the differences. Like if you have that extra 1 point of armor, maybe it only costs you 100, but it's going to save you in all those dead units that cost way more than 100 to make.
Getting in on this base, a lot of Banes rolling in. Let's see how they trade out.
He managed to pull back.
Doesn't lose any of his Marine force, so he should be able to push forward. He is almost at max supply, and he has double the army as Nachoz right now. So I think Nachoz, if he can't produce these back, he's going to be in a lot of trouble here. Hyper Turtle just keeps pushing forward. He doesn't know about the bottom base, but he does have the army, and right now the Zerg, like you said, he's got so many Corruptors, but the Corruptors don't shoot down, so they can't really do anything against these Marines.
They could pick off some medevacs, but that's going to cost them being over the Marines, which means dead Corruptors.
Yep, and these upgrades are now going to be denied. Hyper Turtle getting in on the Evo chambers, and I think we're going to see a GG here. Hyper Turtle stutter stepping his way into the main. Nachoz is smorping a bunch of Banelings on the backside, but I don't think he's going to be able to get him out. We do see 5-6 Broodlords on the production tab, so Nachoz might try to get those out in time, but I think Hyper Turtle's going to clean up this main base and reset all the tech.
No, I think Hyper Turtle's got this in the bag. There are Marines exactly where you don't want them, blowing up the key tech structures. That this level 2 flyer attack is never going to see the light of day. Greater Spire is going to be next on the chopping block.
And here comes the Banes rolling in, and a bunch of Corruptors trying to fight. And here they show the Broodlords.
I'll be interested. I think it's probably too little too late, but he is putting up a fight, and I love to see that. He is pulling back all his stuff to that natural for a better position. But those Marines, that is an oppressive amount of men with gun just shooting away constant DPS. And
the drones are just melting.
Yep. Yeah. No. I think Turtle's got it with 47 supply left remaining for Nachoz on this one.
A bunch of Vikings as we speak. So yeah, once those Vikings hit the field, they're going to be able to deal with these
scans that hit in base. Hyper Turtle said, "You must have more to be sticking around," and he just called it exactly which one it was. That orbital put in a little satellite imagery on Nachoz gold, and I don't think it's long for this world. Should see a GG within like 15 seconds.
Turtle, yeah, starting the +3 ship weapons. He's got the money for it. He's got the Vikings hitting the map. He's got a Thor ready to go. Yeah, this is going to be GG. 100%.
Great game from Hyper Turtle.
100%. He definitely has a great strategy. He saw something.
Don't we have one more? The best of 3, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I forgot. I'm used to
We're used to these
FSL
FSL 2x2s, right?
Yeah, I'm so
But
used
now
to
this is a
twos.
decider match. This is for all the marbles,
Now I'm excited.
right?
We don't usually get these.
I know. I love to see this different format, you know, because in a regular weekend we got to get in so many players, so many matches. You know, we got to do best of 2s, but this one they get to see who actually wins the day, even when they tie it up 1-1.
Yeah. And it looks like the final match will be on Winter Madness, so we'll get loaded into the game, and hopefully we'll see a game just like the first two. Very, very fun.
Yeah, back and forth. Get the teams and their races and colors selected. Doesn't look ready to me.
Not yet.
Not quite. Nachoz has to take his victory stretch, get in orange Zerg.
Here we go. Decider. Can't ask for a better first series to the show matches, that's for sure.
No kidding.
Also excited to see the rematch because I know Nachoz had a pretty one-sided match against Chiampone yesterday in the
Oh
FSL.
man, yeah.
So I'm excited to see what he's learned from his mistakes in that series.
Chiampone is Nachos' great white whale. Nachos is there with a peg leg and a grizzled demeanor and a whole, however many lost ships worth of trauma in those fights versus Chiampone. I know he really, really wants a piece of him, and Chiampone has got the better of him so far. So yeah, I'm stoked to see those matches too.
In the
All I
upper
know,
left, we have
all I know is they're good games.
the Red Terran, and he is
Hyper Turtle.
And his opponent in the lower right, playing as Orange Zerg, we have
Nachoz.
So this is the high pressure one for the bragging rights, for seeing who will first post a W on the board in the column of Nachos or the column of the world.
So it looks like nobody gonna go for anything too cheesy to start. Looks like we're seeing a pretty standard for both of them once again. No proxy hatch, no proxy barracks, all that fun stuff. So we'll see how this game plays out. Looks like Hyper Turtle sending out that SCV to scout again. He really likes that SCV scout. Definitely gives him information if anything early's coming his way.
I don't think that pattern is likely to repeat against all the opponents in all the matches where we don't see some cheese. I think, particularly in the Chiampone matches, we'll probably see some more interesting out there, highly aggressive, put your opponent in this sort of confused and bamboozled state about what's going on in the game. But for Hyper Turtle and Nachos, it really seems it's more about, I'm just going to show up. I'm going to be solid. I want this coming down to strategy and execution. Do I make the right decisions? Do I get into good fights? Pick my battles well, and do I show that I can, play a good, strong game of StarCraft, no nonsense, just have a better plan and do it better than the other guy. And it's 1-1 on that kind of fight so far.
Yep. And let's see the adjustments that we see. And somebody got a motorcycle down the road. Sorry. Somebody.
You're good.
But yeah, let's see if we see any adjustments from Nachoz. It seems like Hyper Turtle saw something in Game 2, was able to exploit it. So maybe Nachoz adjusts to what Hyper Turtle just did. That's the great part about StarCraft is just adjustments and little things here and there that can get you ahead and maybe decide the series. Since it's 1-1 at the moment.
Hyper Turtle did elect to go Reaper Marine this time before any kind of add-on trickery. And also scouting with that SCV, I was almost happy, or almost surprised I didn't see the SCV get pulled into that little melee against those initial couple lings with the Reaper.
Yep.
The Hyper Turtles left the SCV there. I don't know if by intention, but he's keeping tabs on any move outs from Nachoz. Nachoz is going a sneaky way around, I guess just covering his third. Probably was concerned with the Reaper being in that neighborhood, maybe denying him his expansion.
Yep. And he sent another drone over there. I don't know if that was just a misrally or just in case the one drone died, he wanted to
emergency drone
again.
Yeah.
And looks like Hyper Turtle's running away. I think he could fight these Lings. I think he's afraid that Ling Speed's about to finish and doesn't want to lose his Reaper, but the Lings are chasing down the SCV, and the SCV's like, wait for me!
Yeah, Nachoz, I think, wisely disengages there. There's no reason to lose those Lings for nothing.
I agree. So, we'll see the way Hyper Turtle's going to play this one out. Looks like he's finished the starport. And see, I like this better. He's just finished the starport, and he floats it over. Yes, this is how you play with your building add-ons. It's like he heard me.
He's making adjustments as well. I like that he had some early units to get a little more map control and presence in this one, too.
That is an insane amount of Lings coming out for Nachoz right now.
Ooh.
And the Bane Ling nest being completed. We might see some early Banes and some early Lings coming in.
So Nachoz, with that really good Overlord spread, something he knows from that is where his opponent is not, and where it's safe to maybe make some Baneling cocoons that he can then use to deal with defenses. Oh, and Speedlings can catch this Reaper, can't they? It's gonna be close. Oh,
the
I
Reaper
think if he just
the
stayed
bunker.
right clicked on it, it would have died, but he made it.
Oh, the wall's not
there's
up.
There's the hole. There's the hole. Oh, Lings in again. That's been the
Lings
story
are
of this
in,
series.
but that's a lot of cars. This could definitely roast these Lings.
Yeah.
Lings in again.
On adjustments,
yep.
Right? And there's Banshees, so these Lings have no way of leaping that high.
Yeah.
They will eventually deal with.
Really good hold from Hyper Turtle.
Yeah.
Still even on workers. 20 more Lings in production for Nachoz. Some Banes this time. He's not giving up this aggression anytime soon.
No, he is not. And a lair on the way. You know what we might see here? If Nachoz chose to, he could do Ling drops. He's got Overlord spread around. There's no air-to-air seen yet. Hyper Turtle has a very strong defense at the front, but nothing really covering the back and the sides. Yeah.
Yep. Big hole in the back. If Nachoz can somehow get some Lings up there, that'll definitely cause a lot of damage to Hyper Turtle.
I like that we see spores starting to build for Nachoz because he's seen a Banshee. He knows it's in the arsenal. So far, it was just on defense duty. And a scan from Hyper Turtle saying, "What's your tech choice?" Nachoz reveals nothing. Says, "My tech choice is macro hatch and more gas. What are you going to do about it? Spend your 50 energy. That's what."
Hyper Turtle has made a Viking. I would like to see him, like as we've seen all series long, Nachoz has perfect vision with these Overlords. I would like to see him just send that around his base, like
shoot him down.
Just in a circle. If he can take out 4 Overlords, it sounds like not much with 400 minerals at this point of the game, but it's about the vision. It literally is scouting.
Taking out 4 Ovies is, I think, a bigger W than taking out a third base at this time because it's 400 minerals, it's all the information, and it's a giant supply block. And frankly, you don't need much more than 1 or 2 Vikings to accomplish it, and you're probably going to need more than that to destroy a hatch.
Trying to get in with these Lings again, but not able to.
Nope.
And that Viking, there's no way that happened again. He was shooting down the Overlord. The Overlord got to 11 HP, and the army showed at the front. The Viking turned around and did not
literally
finish it off again.
He can't keep getting away with this.
Yeah, he can't keep getting away with this.
That one Overlord.
This is going to be a supply block. Hyper Turtle seems to realize that the other one didn't die. Nope.
And Nachoz has to send the Lings and Banes into I think, kind of a bad fight because they're slow.
Yeah, this
they
isn't
just got
good.
rolling. They developed their rolling midway through that.
But I don't think he's going to be able to get through here. Hyper Turtle should be able to hold this easy.
No. They're going to their doom.
They got into the main, though. Hyper Turtle left the wall open.
It's something, but those SCVs can attack move a couple of Lings. Yeah.
Lost one. He's gonna get this car too if Hyper Turtle's not careful.
Oh no. So something I was thinking was, if nothing
Two
else, it's a
cars.
distraction so he can be producing to deal with the counterattack. But Nachos was a little focused on that there. Now he's producing few Banes, a bunch of drones. I think he might
Yeah.
need some army. I don't know if he
17
realizes
drones. Yeah.
Hyper
That's
Turtle's got
something I've
double his
noticed as
army.
well. He likes to pump the drones all at one time, but at least he's spending his money, and that money will come back to him eventually.
Yeah.
Hyper Turtle is starting his tanks. We are seeing a bunch of tech come out for Nachos as well, but I think here we go again with the upgrades. I think Hyper Turtle's starting his upgrades, and if I look at Nachos' side of the map, I do not see a Evo chamber in sight. That is, as he said, allergic to link speed. It seems like he's allergic to Evo chambers.
So I'll say this: those trades with the Ling Bane against a bunch of factory units and some Starport friends, they were not efficient. They were not particularly effective at getting kills, destroying key infrastructure, but they were effective at getting Hyper Turtle to be uncomfortable, to focus his attention on, I'm going to rebuild my wall, I want to tech a little, I'm going to expand, I'm going to be safe. When he had double launches his army supply, and probably could have walked across and roasted a ton with his army if he chose to. So good job at least forcing a little caution and giving Nachos
Another
himself
fight
some
here
time.
at the third, but this army, especially with these Hellbats, he's not going to lose anything. Nachos is trying to find the damage. It's just Hyper Turtle has the defense in the right places this game for sure. And like you said, Hyper Turtle's army lead is, well, it was just 62 to 14, but Nachos just spent all of his money and all of his larva to bring it back to 52 to 64, so it's definitely going to help him. 19 Hydras on the way, and he does have the Hydra upgrades, so we'll see how this game goes from here.
He's making some tech switches. I like that he is adapting. He has a hive building now as well.
Yeah, but Hyper Turtle also has 2-2 on the way, +1 ground weapons for the mechanical units. It's just, there's no upgrades for Nachos again.
Yeah. Hyper Turtle is, in some ways, living a little bit up to his name, in that I'm not sure how much of the Red Army has actually made its way across the midpoint of the map yet. You know, Nachos has been able to keep the fighting on the Terran side of stuff, which,
Here's what I want you to do. Do me a favor and press the units lost button, the L button for me real quick, just so our audience can see this real quick.
Oh my goodness.
It is very one-sided, so this is basically telling a giant story of this game at the moment. So that is why Hyper Turtle is in the lead.
Yeah.
And we can go back to production tabs, but yeah, once I looked at that and saw that trade, I was like, oh man, this is pretty rough.
Goodness gracious.
You want to trade, but you don't want to trade that inefficiently.
Yeah, so now we see a new kind of move out from Nachos. It's Overseer Hydra. I want some bulk in this army.
Yeah,
and I don't see any bulk in this army.
Especially with two tanks.
2 Zerglings do not count as bulk.
And a planetary here. That's a lot of
He's scouting with the changelings, and Hyper Turtle shot. He sees the changelings, so he knows he's there. What he doesn't know is about, he's shooting the Hydras now too. So
if I'm Nachos, I'm running away after my changelings saw all that. I'm like, no thank you, that is not the army I want to engage in, and he also saw that it's a planetary, so no.
So I don't think you could ponder a worse fight for a bunch of naked Hydra than Hellbat, Tank, and Marauders with Concussive Shell for something you're nope, not going up that ramp into. The splash, the roasting the light units, the stopping the kiting. That is a scary force. Oh, but Nachoz is going for it.
Oh no.
I don't know about this one.
Yeah, I don't like
disengage. This one. Does he have enough?
Hyper Turtle's army's getting back. So. There's no way he's going to be able to break this. What I'm really confused about is Hyper Turtle just finished 2-2. I hear the Ghost Snipes going off as well. This is going to be really rough for Nachos. He does start his Lurker Den and his Greater Spire, but for some reason...
Counterattacking the Nat. He's
for,
distracted.
Yeah, it's definitely going to help. Hyper Turtle needs to work on raising his walls, but the one thing that I'm really confused about is Hyper Turtle finished 2-2 upgrades, and then went for the other engineering bay upgrades instead of 3-3.
3-3.
a little confused by that, but at the moment he was able to kill the CC. So,
yeah, I think it speaks to defensive mentality.
Yeah.
Like he for most of it, and now finally we're marching the units. Here we go. Here's a
he needs to
conga line.
get to the other side before all of these upgrades kick in for the lurkers, the lings, the adrenal glands should be up, but it's going to be very hard for him to hold. And here we go, another counter push. He's going to try to run it with these lings, but again, there's a planetary here. It's not what you want as a Zerg player. And he sees the army on the front.
Could be using these for flank or attacking the reinforcements. This is going to be a competitive fight for Hyper Turtle, yeah.
Yeah, no Banes, no Lurkers. This is going to be a really one-sided fight. I think
we found the Obi Ball too. He can prevent any kind of rebuilding if he just starts. Yeah, those Vikings are going to stop Nachoz from making any more stuff.
This is going to be a supply block for all eternity when these go down.
Yeah, exactly. No, I think this is it. I think this is it. Yeah. Finally, the Overlords do not get away with it. And, yeah, Hyper Turtle double the supply, a more upgraded army in his base, killing the dudes.
Yeah, we're going to see GG shortly. I'm little, the aggressiveness from Nachoz, like you said, keeping Hyper Turtle on his toes, but I just don't think the aggressiveness get him in depth.
Yeah, he's able to hold.
Stabilized, exactly.
Good games.
Yeah, very good games.
Okay, I want to go
learn from game 1 for sure.
I want to hear the players' thoughts on this, and then I want to grab some water and a little snack for myself since it'll be a long day. Does Nucleo want to jump in and help cast the next series, or should I be ready for being in the chair for a bit?
No, what do you think? You're good. You're good. Go ahead. Okay. Do what you got to do. I can solo cast the next game if Nucleo is busy with production. It's fine.
I'll stick around for a few. I want to hear the players fresh out of those hot seats, and then I'll do a little tag. Awesome.
Let's bring him back in for that interview.
GG's, gentlemen.
GG.
Entertaining.
GG.
Oh, yeah.
You two are a bunch of gladiators. Yeah. We are entertained.
Are you entertained?
Indeed.
Are you not entertained?
No, that's inaccurate.
So, I like game 1. The aggressiveness seemed to work out really well for you, Nachoz. Especially getting into his natural over and over. You were definitely set yourself up very well. Game 2, I guess, Hyper Turtle, I think you saw something and you wanted to change your build, and it seemed to work out for you. In game 3, I want to say I'm really impressed with how fast you were getting your upgrades, Hyper Turtle, where Nachoz was throwing cannonball after cannonball at you, and you were able to hold and get super fast upgrades. I guess the one question I have for Nachoz is, you seem to, I don't know if you're forgetting them or there's just something you work in late, but your Evo chambers are always extremely late, and you seem to be taking a lot of fights without upgrades. Is that just something that you usually do with your builds, or were you just so busy that you were forgetting the Evo chambers?
To be honest with you, it's one of those two extremes that I'm noticing in my own patterns, is that if I don't make Evo chambers as part of my build, then I don't do them till later for some reason. And like I have plenty of mineral, plenty of economy, I can do that. So I think it's just bad habits just really settle in. The builds that I threw up against Hyper Turtle because he was playing Terran, it's something that I practiced just a little bit recently. And so one of the things it doesn't call for, it's not a +1 timing, like a +1 timing or anything like that. It's just like, build your Ravagers, go. And then part of that, part of like going into a mid game, just like, what are Evo chambers? And it's just like a bad habit that I built up in the practice. So I want to try to correct. That's definitely something, like, especially like if I upgrade, if I do layer, then just pop, put down my Evos, even before then, that'd be really helpful.
Yep. Definitely, it's something. Yeah, I think you're on the ball with that. It's something to look at. Monkey Shaman, do you have any questions for Hyper Turtle or Nachoz?
Yeah, absolutely. So Hyper Turtle, after losing the first match, what was going through your mind as adjustments and sort of strategies that you wanted to make to turn the series around as you did?
I just decided to play just a little bit more defensive, that's all.
Yeah. The
Second one, I did want to mix things up. The battle cruisers didn't seem to do all that much, but they did get them to make a whole lot of corruptors, and that I find if I am going battle cruisers, the minerals pile up, so I was making sure to follow it up with plenty of marines that do pretty well against corruptors. Second game, that was definitely an annoying hole in the wall that stayed there for the longest time.
Yeah.
Third
There's a
one,
sentence.
Yeah, go ahead.
This series they kept it is like, and then the Lings got in, and that was present in all three games, but you seem to handle it better and better as the series went on.
Yep, I knew what to expect. By the third game, I was just not taking too many chances and just doing more planetaries than usual. And yeah, third one, I spied, I think it was a double spire, and I was expecting a little bit more air aggression, but that didn't come. But still, I had a pretty good composition anyway.
All right. Well, this is as the series goes, the sort of meta series, 1 for the world, 0 for Nachoz so far, but some close, exciting, entertaining games to come from it too, and definitely not a one-sided series.
No.
Nachoz, we were noticing you've got about 200 APM. You've clearly been putting in practice. It's very good for sort of your experience, and then we're all kind of old heads, so they just for the hand function as well. We found that impressive.
Next time you see me on camera, like I do this, like I shake my hands real hard to kind of warming up, keep them loose.
We saw it.
Yeah,
we saw you rotating your neck around, all that stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm old, so like I wish I had something to warm my hands up sometimes. Like if the AC is blowing, I'll like try to keep my hands warm and all that stuff.
Yeah,
I've seen the pros take little heat packs with them.
Oh yeah,
the hot hands.
Who's the StarCraft 2 pro player? It brings a hairdryer to the stage.
Oh, I don't even know that one. That's funny.
Yeah.
No kidding.
I mean, I know Gumio the Towel Tyrant. I don't know the hairdryer dude.
Yeah, Gumio, that I find crazy, the fact that he's got a towel between his mouse hand and the mouse. I get sweaty hands too, so I kind of understand it, but I feel like I couldn't play that way.
I don't get sweaty hands, but I notice I have to make my watch band larger by a couple clicks when I'm playing, because you get blood rushing there trying to make the real-time part of the strategy game happen. And
I have to take my watches off. There's no way. It would constantly run into whatever I'm trying to do.
I keep my Fitbit on, and it's amazing how much credit it gives me for cardio while I'm playing a stressful match. I also take my wedding ring off, which does not, bode well for the classic you care about StarCraft more than me question if it ever comes up.
Well, my good news is my wedding ring stays on my neck, so lucky for me, it stays on the necklace.
That's a pro tip.
Yeah.
All right. Let's
every hobbit has to carry a harsh burden.
Yeah. Let's
done.
move on. I appreciate the games. Thank you, Hyper Turtle. Have a great Sunday. So I'm not sure who is playing next. I forgot the schedule. Probably bad. Are we doing this one from replay, or is this a live one as well?
Yeah, next up we have Nachoz versus Sergeant ABC. So if we could just...
Oh, heck yeah, let's go.
Yeah, if we could
I'm going to take a break to tag out on the casting front.
Yep, you're good, man.
And I'll be watching this one. Yeah.
Just mute. Yeah, you're good.
If we could just get Nachoz back on camera as well, that would be great. First game will be on Ruby Rock.
Sounds good.
And let's also get Sergeant ABC in here as well for that on camera and also on SC2.
All right. Am I on camera?
You are
we
on
see you.
camera,
Yep,
yes.
you're good.
Okay.
So I will. I'll just stick to asking Sergeant ABC like 1 or 2 questions before we start. Nachoz, I'm pretty sure we don't need to ask you questions before every series. We'll probably run out of things to talk about.
So how's the weather?
How's it feel not doing production today?
Mm-hmm.
Welcome, Sergeant ABC. Can we get you on camera, Sergeant?
I sent you a personal DM if we need to hop off the audio while we're on the stream. OBS is taking over my camera, and I can't stop it. I can't stop it.
Okay. Are you able to stop the process for OBS at all, or it's just not working at all for you
Yeah,
right now?
I've done that. And it's not listening.
Okay.
You know, I didn't think about this. Hang on, I might have a really fast solution.
You could
I might
usually
have a real.
unplug and then replug the camera as well. That sometimes works.
Oh, it's a laptop, so that's not.
Okay. Yeah.
Are we getting Carcraft today?
Well, you're gonna get
Sergeant
you're gonna
ABC will
get,
also need you on StarCraft as well. So if we can get you online there, that would help.
yeah, it would, wouldn't it?
Thanks everyone for
Yeah.
bearing with us and joining us. For those of you who don't know, while he's getting set up, this is Nachoz versus the World. It's a show match from a bunch of our league players and Nachoz, who helps to do production and is involved with FSL. It's a league that we've been playing for 10 seasons now, and definitely if you're into StarCraft and you want to be a little competitive, but mainly it's about fun and stuff like that, you can give us a look at Storm.
Absolutely. Yep.
We're always more the merrier.
And this is also kind of a matchup. Just checking my skill set against our former captains, Hyper Turtle, Reverent Rage, and myself. Yeah, we've had some big matches in the past, especially not just big matches like not just your everyday every Saturday. It's like ace matches that I've had against these two gents. So kind of want to just square up and see where we're at.
Yeah, while we get everything set up for Sergeant ABC here, Nachoz and Sergeant ABC, why don't you guys walk us through your story? Have you guys played each other at all in the past? How have those games gone? And why did this show match surface for us?
I can speak on while Sergeant is getting set up. I'm gonna go back because like I feel like I was Sergeant ABC before Sergeant ABC, and somebody who is like just starting out, but really excited about the game, real passionate about the game, and joined FSL. And when he came into the league, I think 2 seasons after I did, I recognized that tenacity, the striving to get better. And then last season when I was captain of the Cheesy Nachos, my first pick, like the number one pick in the draft. This is like a brand new draft, and we're just trying to do the team format. It was clear to me that Sergeant ABC should be drafted first, and I drafted him, the Code B player. Yeah, it just made the most sense.
As Sergeant ABC is still getting ready, something I've noticed about Sergeant ABC is his passion for the game. When I see him play and he gets a win, you get that fist bump, you get that "let's go" in the background. He gets really hyped up. So I always like to see that, and something I've noticed as a caster when I cast.
Yeah, for sure.
Games, he definitely has the passion for sure.
All right, it looks like we got Sergeant ABC on camera. It looks like we got Nachoz on camera. And yeah, anything that you guys want to say to each other, or Sergeant ABC, anything you want to add to the story before we get into this match?
So, since I joined FSL, I really do think it has taken over my drive and my happiness for playing StarCraft, because I will say that a lot of the times when I would play StarCraft before FSL, yeah, I mean, I didn't really know what I was doing in the first place, but there's a sense of excitement where people are watching you play, and things are on the line. Points are on the line, and it's fun. MMR, that wasn't really that much of a on the line thing, but I'm a lot more driven when I play these games, and I've learned that I need to go back to basics and just literally macro, and macro means keep teching.
Yep.
I'm gonna be a little Disney fan right fast. My wife is a huge Disney fan, and I am too. But we're gonna just keep teching, just keep teching, just keep teching.
All right,
Sounds
love
good.
that, guys. Yeah, game 1 will be on Ruby Rock. Let's head into the lobby. Everyone ready up, please.
You're gonna have to remove Monkey Shaman.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
I think US Central will be good for everybody here. I don't think anyone will have significant lag issues there. All right. Let me separate out the players and we'll get right into it.
Good luck,
have fun, gentlemen.
Thank you. Oh, I wonder where he's going.
So I guess my question is, are these all maps from the traditional map pool? I know in FSL we play some that are not in the map pool, but is all the matches today on? It looks like matches from the latter map pool, correct?
Yep. For this particular series, we picked primarily maps from the current map pool.
Sounds good. All right.
All right, we got the readies from both players. Let's head into the game. So you're saying this is your favorite matchups, JMPZ? ZVZ?
Oh yeah, ZVZ is, in my opinion, one of the most fun matchups. I definitely like the like strategies and stuff that you can do in a ZVZ for sure. Righty. We have in the upper left the orange Zerg, and he is
Nachoz.
And in the bottom right, we have the purple Zerg player. His name is
Sergeant ABC.
For anyone tuning in, Sergeant is an actual sergeant.
oh, okay. I learned.
Yeah, with a name like Sergeant ABC, you would think he'd be Terran or something, but no. He gravitated towards Zerg.
Now, do we know what the ABC part means, or is that?
No idea actually. I don't think I've ever asked him about that. I'm sure maybe someone in the chat might know.
Alright, at the moment everything looks pretty standard, except Sergeant ABC has his gas almost done, and Nachoz has just started his, and his hatch and his spawning pool. Okay.
Looks like the Axel's goat in the chat knows why it's ABC. We'll see if he wants to share that information with us.
Oh,
but yeah, otherwise, it's his rank. Oh, okay.
I'm a huge fan of always putting 3 drones right on gas as soon as the gas pops, even if you don't have enough to keep your minerals fully saturated. Getting that link speed out exactly 100 gas can make or break a fight, even if it's 5 seconds. So I would like to see Sergeant ABC start the speed right away, and unfortunately he just spent the money.
Yeah, it looks like he's mined significantly more gas than Nachoz at this point, so his speed should theoretically be earlier. Bit of a mistake not starting that right away, but no, definitely
somehow
won't.
Nachoz gets it before him. It'll be basically the same time though.
Yep. You gotta be so careful about moving out without speed on any units in ZVZ. Just because it's a mirror matchup, if you just get surrounded or caught out in the middle of the map, off creep especially, it's just so hard to retreat.
I definitely, I think if Sergeant ABC had made it right away, he would have probably had like a 10-second advantage. And doesn't sound like much, but in a mirror match, like you said, if there was any sort of lings out from Nachoz, he would have been able to get it. Nachoz with the early third, both of them starting a Baneling nest, so I wonder if Sergeant ABC is going to be able to put pressure on this third, but at the moment he doesn't know it's there.
Tenlings in production for Sergeant ABC here. This will coincide roughly with the completion of his speed. So nice little timing there. Once those, 24, make that 24 lings in production.
If
okay.
he gets this Overlord, Nachoz is going to be in trouble. That's going to be a big supply block.
Yeah, at a very critical time when Sergeant ABC is making a ton of units too. On the other side, Sergeant ABC also sending in one Overlord as well, so he may lose an Overlord equivalently. That would also supply block him.
I would like to see Sergeant ABC take these lings directly into the natural, not go for the third, which he doesn't know is there yet, but let's see. Nope, he does now. And he's attacking the third. This is going to give Nachoz all the time he needs to set up a defense. Nachoz lets the third finish, and I don't know about that, because he's going to lose this almost right away.
Yeah, it could be a good way to delay your opponent, as opposed to save the money by getting the refund.
Sergeant ABC has started 4 spine crawlers at the front of his base.
Yep. He definitely doesn't want to get counterattacked.
That is a lot. And here we go, Ling Bane Wars. One Bane.
Alright, one Baneling goes down, another. Sergeant ABC has Banelings of his own, though.
Yeah, I would like to
see him split these. Clumped. They are awfully clumped.
He needs to split them. One more Bane.
Okay.
Take one.
Yeah, he retains one Baneling.
But that's a lot of lings for Nachoz right now, and Sergeant ABC is pumping the drones. Nachoz does have the 10-worker lead, but I think Nachoz is in for a rude awakening when he runs to the front of Sergeant ABC's base. He's probably going to cancel the third with this amount of lings, though. It's going to be very hard for ABC to hold that third. I would like to see him cancel it. Cancel!
And we have to cancel at the last second. That big spine wall coming in the clutch. Oh my god!
That was insane! Those Banes got destroyed, and Nachoz a little rattled at the moment because he started 2 layers.
Oh no, he doesn't realize. They're roughly at about the same time too. Maybe he just selected his hatchery hockey and then hit L twice?
Oh, that could be it, yeah. And we do have the Roach Warren finishing a lot early for Sergeant ABC, and they're pretty even on workers. But let's see what happens, because I think Sergeant ABC does not have the lair, so it's going to be rough for him to move out with these roaches, especially if they're slow roaches.
Yeah. Nachoz making a fair amount of lings here. Maybe just to help secure his third base. He's already lost it once. He wants to make sure that this definitely comes online. I would like to see a few Banelings morph to deter any Ling Bane aggression. Looks like a scouting party from Sergeant ABC is coming in just to confirm that that third is there.
Oh, and he gets surrounded.
Oh, yeah.
He lost like 8 lings for nothing, and Nachoz taking word of advice and starting these Evo chambers early. I don't recommend 3 of them, but he definitely started a few of them earlier than his last series. So that's the one thing I love about StarCraft is when you learn something that you're doing wrong and you adjust. I definitely think Nachoz started those Evo chambers at the right time.
Yeah, Sergeant ABC's gets killed again. His third gets killed again. Nice Baneling connection though.
Yeah. Definitely having a hard time getting the third up, but these Baneling connections have been insane.
6 slow roaches on the production tab for Sergeant ABC. He doesn't have speed. Meanwhile, Nachoz did start speed. It is almost halfway complete at this point, with also a +1 range upgrade on the way as well.
Yeah, for both of them. Nachoz also starting Baneling speed. Not quite sure how I feel about that if you're going to tech transition into roaches. I would like him to, maybe use that gas on the Carapace upgrade for the roach wars that are about to happen.
Yeah, or even just get more roaches out as well.
true. And he's definitely in the lead of this game. He's got the worker lead, and more importantly, he's got the extra larva from his third base.
Yeah. Both players trading roughly as efficiently at the moment. Nachoz with a significant economic lead, though, just due to the fact that he has a third base, so the potential income is there.
Yeah, see, this is where Nachoz, like, when I see Nachoz play, look how well he's spending his money. When he's comfortable and, like, able to do what he wants to do, he seems like a very, very good player.
Yeah.
The Lair did finish for Sergeant ABC, but still no roach speed. This is what I'm very nervous about. And Nacho's already starting his infestation pit, so he's going to be able to get to an earlier hive. Pumping out the workers because he knows he's safe. He's got complete vision outside of Sergeant ABC's base. He knows any line that these roaches can take, unless, of course, tunneling claws. He will see them.
Yeah. As for the Baneling edition, I think if you get enough Banelings, one of those Banelings accidentally detonating on the destructible rocks there. I think if you get enough Banelings with this Roach composition, it can serve as a very strong one punch if you go in and engage the army. But if you don't get the best connections, it could easily be a very bad investment.
Yeah, Sergeant ABC's gonna have 1-1 done. He started 2-1 now. But the issue is without Roach speed, this Roach v Roach is gonna be incredibly rough. And here we go, the Lings getting around, and with the Ravagers as well, it's gonna be very hard for Sergeant ABC to hold this. But he does have defender's advantage. I would like him to pull back to his spines though. Get back to your spines. That's your defense. Get to the spines.
He has defender's advantage, but also a better concave here. Nacho's running in a bunch of links, but those 4 spine prowlers doing a lot of work here. Drones being pulled also just to support the spine prowlers. I would love to see him pull back to these 4 spines.
Yeah, if he had these 4 spines fighting the whole time, I think he wins this fight easily.
Yeah, he's still stuck on 2 bases. Might as well try to turbo up.
Yeah, he does have a lot more reinforcements, starting a ton of Ravagers, and he will finish his +2 attack long before Nachoz, so he might have a timing here where he can get to the other side of the map, but he's going to have to do it soon.
Yep, Modern Warfare 2 Ghost Rally in the chat saying some would say it's the backbone of his defense. It kind of does look like a backbone, like like some kind of spinal cord.
Definitely cancels, and now his Roach speed's going to finish. So that's going to be a big help for him. Now, does Sergeant ABC attack? I don't know. Here come the Lings, though.
Oh, they're going for a bit of a surround.
They're going to get a really good surround on this army. But Sergeant ABC with his own Lings. This is a crazy fight. I have no idea who's going to win this.
Yeah, it looks like Sergeant ABC has just enough to come out on top here.
If he pushes, he has a chance now, because I feel like if he can somehow get in before Nachos' Roaches show up, he's going to be in a good position with this additional attack.
Oh yeah, I definitely think he should at least cancel the 4th of there.
Yep, he does, and Sergeant ABC trying to get his units to the front here, and here we go, another engage. Little before +2 attack, I don't want to see that. This is a lot of Lings.
Yeah, Nachos dodges the vials, and he gets a little surrounded here by those Lings.
Yeah, this is going to be very rough for Sergeant ABC. I think we're going to see his whole army go down, and it's going to be a lot harder for him to replenish this army due to the fact that he has 16 less workers.
+2 attack just finished for those roaches, a very significant upgrade. Nachos is only on +1 attack and +1 carapace.
This is a very close Roach v Roach fight, and Sergeant ABC's reinforcements are getting here now. Nachos has to pull back. This is the perfect time for Sergeant ABC to try to get that 3rd down finally. He's got 12 roaches in production still. He needs to pull out. This is more roaches. Oh no, he's going to lose that whole army. This has been an incredible display of Roach v Roach. He needs to get these Overlords out of there though, because Nachos is going to be able to morph in Ravagers and take 4 Overlords out, and that's going to be pretty rough.
Looks like both players are starting to transition towards their Hydralisk tech. Nacho's already having the Hydra Den. No upgrades on those Hydras just yet. And Sergeant ABC building his own Hydra Den.
I see an Infestor on the way. How do those help in this?
They can, yeah. The fungal growth isn't bad as a means to lock down a group of units during a fight. It can prevent them from getting a better concave. very niche if someone wants to try to do it, like a what do they call that? What's that spell that blocks the damage from the infestor?
Oh, the Shroud.
Shroud, yeah. A well-placed Shroud could also benefit your own units, but in Roach v. Roach, when the units are so mobile, it can be hard to actually utilize it really.
Alright, Sergeant ABC doing some damage at the 3rd, but Nachoz has a 4th, a 5th, a 6th on coming up, while Sergeant ABC is just building his 3rd and his 4th, so
yeah.
It's definitely going to be hard for him to break through, and as you can see on the supply, it looks like Nachoz has got a significant army advantage, and I just don't think Sergeant ABC is going to be able to match that anytime soon.
Yeah, I think the issue here is Sergeant ABC's income. It looks like he's mining significantly less, even though the Nachoz is a long distance mining right now from his triangle 3rd. Alright, 14 Hydras in production though.
Yeah, add a Lurker Den. If he could somehow keep Nachoz on his side of the map till he gets Lurkers out, he's going to be in good shape. But if this many Roaches gets on top of this this Hydra ball, let's say, it's going to be very hard for him to keep them alive. Because Hydras, while they are good, they are very squishy. And it looks like Nachoz is not going to give him the time to get those Lurkers out. We're going to see a fight here any moment.
Yeah. Just like you said, yeah, like these Hydras, very good damage, but if Roaches get right on top of them, they're virtually useless.
Yep, and the upgrades are starting for the Hydras. Looks like Nachoz adding some of his Hydras himself. Kind of a little bit scared to attack into this 3rd, but we'll see what happens.
The Lurker Den just completed from Sergeant ABC, and Nachoz is giving him like a second here to breathe. I think he needs to load more Lurkers as soon as possible.
Try to get, like, even if it's just 2 or 3 before this attack happens would be insane to help. There's 3, but the attack's on its way.
Yeah, and Nachoz only has a couple of Ravagers here. He only has a couple of Ravagers.
Yeah. Oh, he does have some detection. He's got 3 of them in the back there. If he can get these Lurkers planted, this is going to be insane. He needs to get those Lurkers planted now. Drop them down.
Yep, Nachoz did scout with a Zergling there. He knows what he's up against.
Get him down.
More Changelings going out, and the rest of the Lurkers burrow.
Yep, he's got the Lurkers burrowed, but the vision, he's got the vision on those Lurkers, and they're going to get biled down. Here comes the Lurkers. He needs to fight into this.
Oh, no.
He doesn't want to lose his Lurkers. Sergeant ABC, bring the rest of your army. Defend him. You spent all that money on him.
Only a couple Lurkers left.
But he does have some, and he cleans up the army. What am I watching? I did not expect that to go as one-sided as it did. Sergeant ABC needs to make units, though. He's not producing any.
Yeah, I think Nachoz just stood a little too long in that Lurker fire. There was a window where he could have cleared them completely, and then he wouldn't have had to worry about them. But over time, they just do so much damage. Another 15 Hydralisks in production for Sergeant ABC.
The Lurkers. You're gonna lose them to these Hydras. Drop them. There we go. He's gonna get him into a good spots to take out these Lings trying to reinforce. I like the moves from Sergeant ABC.
I like the harass here, positioning one Lurker in the rotation path and another Lurker at the expansions. Yeah. Ooh, a few Hydralisks getting caught out in the middle of the map for no reason here from Sergeant ABC.
Yeah, that's.
I don't think he can afford to do that.
He started his other Hydra upgrade, so we'll have both of them very soon. But this is a big ball. He cannot fight into this, even though he does have the +2 range difference. He needs to be able to fight with his Lurkers. He can't just fight with just a ball of Hydras, and all that is a lot of Lurkers on the production tab.
Yep. Nachoz focusing a little bit more on the melee units here, getting Zerglings and Banelings at the same time.
Banelings will be very good into a giant clump of Hydras for sure. Wait,
giant clump of Hydras or very concentrated Lurkers.
And we also see a big ball of Lings coming out. Very, very good from him.
Oh, okay. The first Lurker starts firing at Nachos' army. The rest of the Lurkers burrow. Big devastation on the Ling Bane army.
He's also got his hive on the way. This is not a good fight for Nachoz. He's going to lose everything.
I think Sergeant ABC is going to do it. He's pulling ahead in both the army supply and also the Also the tech.
20 Banes, 30 Links. This is insane.
What is his composition?
My hands are on my head. I am completely at a loss for words. I thought he was dead. And the backbone of the army, the spines, kept him alive at one point. And Sergeant ABC is showing that his late game is very, very polished.
Yeah, these spines are definitely the unsung heroes of this game. They've just survived so long and done so much throughout the game.
I don't know what they're going to target.
But Sergeant ABC splitting Banelings into multiple different worker lines.
That's very good.
That's a whole worker line dead. Nachos.
And here comes another one. Oh no! What did I just witness? Oh my god. Sergeant ABC is up 16 workers. He's got the upgrades. If he could just make more upgrades, these workers will be even stronger.
2 Banelings going to the main, but that's completely mine now. No more workers were over there.
Oh my god. And then he's attacking the what is this, the 5th? He knows that this other base is down here in the bottom if he takes that out. Oh, that's a lot of lurker burrows. Jeez.
Yeah, both these players almost playing this like it's as if it's a ZVT. Like transitioning into like a Ling Bane Hydra. Okay, so Nachoz building a few more roaches as well, so maybe not him. But yeah, Nachos' army is very reminiscent of a ZVT right now.
Bring those lurkers to that bottom base. I don't know if he's made any lurker upgrades. Here we go. Oh, big Baneling hits.
Effective Baneling hits. But there's still so much left here. Very armored units here.
Yep, and that's gonna destroy this base.
Yeah, Sergeant ABC trying to catch the workers in transition. Okay, yep. They dodge right out of range. Looks like these lurkers don't have seismic spines.
Game.
I think so too.
I just, when you have this many lurkers burrowed and your opponent has none, it's going to be very, very hard for him to do anything. All Sergeant ABC has to do is slowly walk his lurkers forward.
Yeah, it looks like he's even setting up maybe a counterattack, a small group of roaches to take out the bottom base as well while he's got the front sieged up.
Bring these lurkers forward with you, Sergeant ABC. You have this game in your hands. Start producing. You got all that money, start producing.
So it looks like the answer to the lurkers that Nachoz is going for is a Spire here. Maybe he's going to try to make a bunch of Mutalisks.
That's going to be rough. Oh,
we got devastating lurker shots.
And the reinforcements are coming in. I think the 15 roaches on the way. Nachoz has 10, but again, he's got the money for these upgrades. I would love to see the upgrades come out. I think we're going to see a GG here shortly.
I think so too.
Because even though he's got all these roaches on the way, he's going to lose these hatcheries. He's going to lose all of the reinforcements that come out.
Yeah, Nachoz trying to dispatch the lurkers.
And that's it. He lost his hive.
And he lost his bottom base as well.
Yep. Oh man, what a hold by Sergeant ABC.
Yeah, down a base for so long, manages to come back both in economy and army supply due to the lurker transition.
Now he's starting the lurker upgrades, realizing how much they have helped him. Oh my god, these lings! Like, we're gonna get this roach, and I don't even think they killed it.
Yeah, at this point of the game. Oh, we got the GG.
I will never count Sergeant ABC out of the game ever again. And there it is, the fist bump, the double fist clutch from Sergeant ABC. Oh man, what a game!
Yeah, Sergeant ABC definitely looks a little excited there. Nachoz looks like he's working.
Can't believe it. Look at the army value at 15 minutes into the game. I'm shocked.
Yeah, so Sergeant ABC taking a lead in this series so far. Looks like we got Monkey Shaman back in the party as well to help cast.
You missed the best game of the day.
Oh, I caught it on Twitch. It was really cool. I was munching away. So good. So good. What a comeback. What a hold. That spinal column that it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, never accuse Sergeant ABC of lacking a spine. You would be on the wrong side of that.
100%. Wow, that was a great game.
All right, looks like we're waiting on one person to ready up.
I think it's Monkey Shaman.
I am clicking buttons, and I'm
Here
in.
we go. You know, what'd be great is if one time the lobby actually loaded in correctly with the correct players.
It never.
All right, game 2 is going to be on White Rabbit. I think if I'm going to be playing prediction here, I believe we are going to see a lot more early aggression from Nachoz and not let the game get to where it got to last time. That is just a pure guess from my standpoint.
Yeah, one thing I would like to see Nachos adjust with is maybe transitioning away from the Lings after a certain point. And if you're going to play a Ling style, you'll have to heavily upgrade them and counterattack in a lot of different places.
Yep. And here we go. In the upper right, we have the orange Zerg player trying to come back down 1-0. He is...
Nachoz.
And in the lower left, his opponent, up 1-0 in the series, we have none other than the purple Zerg.
Sergeant ABC.
I'm ashamed to say it took me this long to realize that Nacho's choice of orange is in fact kind of irradiated cheese colored, that sort of Cheeto dust color of nacho cheese.
Look at the production tab. I believe it was a 13 spawning pool, not exactly a 12 spawning pool. That's early spawning pool, early gas for Sergeant ABC. So, as any Zerg player would know, that means early Lings and probably early speed. So, we'll see how Nacho's defense is against the cheese.
I'd love to see Sergeant ABC pull this out as a curveball and, maybe take the series just 2-0 really fast. I played a full first, gas second, get me Ling speed ASAP build yesterday. I'm not really practiced at it, so I'm going to take notes from Sergeant on this one to see when exactly he's doing what. But I think it'd be very powerful, especially when it's unexpected.
It's very good in the ZVZ matchup. I like to do not as committed one. I don't go for the gas. I like to do the good old-fashioned 12 pool, and then I send about 8 to 10 Lings to either cancel your second, kill your second, or get at least 5 drones. And I drop my hatchery after those Lings and after I make a queen and all that stuff. So I definitely try to macro out of it. But this style with the gas, absolutely not. You're going for the throat. You got Ling speed on the way, and we're going to see how well Nachoz can defend this.
Yep. It'll be just over a minute of slow Lings causing carnage, followed
3
by
spines
a little
in the
more
main.
than that. Good placement on the spines, by the way. The SimCity there, if you want to use them as a wall. With low amounts of Zerglings, you can fight with drones, but I don't think you should be fighting with drones too much.
I would prefer if he just went for the natural when he got here. Like, he's going to lose these Lings, and it's like...
Yeah.
Okay, you have Lings, but if they don't have... If you got Ling speed on the way, but if you don't have Lings to use with that Ling speed, they're not going to help you. I do like the pullback from Sergeant ABC here, but he's going to need to flood these Lings in.
Yeah. Now Nacho's repositioning the spines to be able to defend the natural for the follow-up aggression. Ling speed started for Nachoz, but it's, a full minute behind or so from Ling speed. Maybe 40 seconds for Sergeant ABC. Sergeant ABC says, okay, I see your spines. I'm keeping up my aggression. I'm building my Baneling nest. It's about halfway done. Good hold by Nachoz. No real damage to speak of.
But that's fine by him. Sergeant ABC should start another queen on his main, I think. Would allow him to use this other queen to push stuff away, but it looks like he's going to bring all of these fast Lings in, because here comes Ling speed. Now, will he be able to take out these spine crawlers fast enough?
I'm not sure about that. I don't think they really have the surface area fighting that one on the right.
Yeah, wait, Nachoz is helping. Okay, there we go.
Just for a moment.
Yep.
Oh, there's Banes. They're right there.
Yeah.
They're right there. But Sergeant ABC is on Nachoz Overlord.
He needs to walk these into the main. Yes, I like this idea. Okay. Try to get into the mineral line.
Yeah, I like that he's saying, okay, kill my Lings, not my drones, but there's some drones.
Yeah,
no, Nachoz.
He's up 3 workers now.
Supply.
And he's up a ton of army at the moment, so he's definitely in the lead of this game. I would like him to pump the brakes, though, start droning up, because he's done the damage that he needs to do.
Yep. Nachoz with a couple defensive banes, trying once more to wall his natural with some evos. I don't know how much I like that. I truly don't know, because I feel like he really needs to get some drones back in his life right now to have any chance of victory in this game. But he is preparing himself for the next assault, and maybe that was the right choice, because here come more links.
Yep,
Can you wall it? Oh, okay. They get in once more.
But this is going to be a big bane
this
hit.
time. There's banes, and they're walled in.
You're stuck in here with me.
Yeah.
And he gets
love to see it.
See, this is why I want to
there
see
we
Sergeant
go.
ABC just switch. I want him to just start pumping out the drones. You got what you needed. Pump the drones now. You have
Look
the
at these
money.
banes just sitting here menacingly.
Get out of there.
Yeah. Spine say, not in my neighborhood.
Honestly,
Get out of here, you
drop
hoodlums.
the third hatchery and just hold down the drone key.
Yeah. Somehow,
There we go.
I was going to
He's
say the
holding down
supply
the
is
drone key.
equalized, but not for long. Now it's drones.
Yep, that's what I want to see from Sergeant ABC. He knows you have him contained on 2 bases. Start your third. You don't have to worry about anything other than that. Just go ahead and eco.
Nucleo Zerg Sensei, help me with the math here. How many banes with their bonus versus buildings does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop, by which I mean an Evo chamber? Because I see 9 banes here, and I'm wondering how many you need to bust that wall.
12.
So the answer is kind of, the answer I would give is kind of like the answer that your immigrant mom would give, like when she's telling you how to like do a recipe. She's not going to tell you an exact amount. She's just going to say, you just know.
Yeah. No, I get it.
You think I know exactly how many banelings it takes to kill a planetary? No, I just vibe check it.
Man, I give people lots of credit. I'd rather be on that side of it. I feel okay with that. And then JMPZ just right there with like 12. It's just 12.
It's 12.
And both styles work.
It's 12.
And both styles work.
Exactly. It is 12 because I've learned the hard way, okay?
That's actually shocking that it's 12. I thought it would be lower. No wonder why I never bane bust Evo chambers.
Yeah, you never should try to bane bust a Zergling that has a full wall of Evo chambers, especially with 3 spines behind it.
So now I'm hovering over it. It says banelings deal 80 damage to structures. And there's something you can even enable called structure attack. Evos have 750. So 12 times 8, that's 960. That's allowing for a couple spines to maybe take some out and still get through.
It is definitely more than I want to invest in breaking a 75 mineral wall down.
Yeah,
the math isn't mathing on that one.
Yeah.
10 to do it under ideal conditions.
22 drones on the way. Does he even have the room to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does have the Spire drop too. That's gonna, if he can get the Spire units out, this will be very good. Wait, are there's? Oh my God, he's gonna get these banes into the main. Sergeant ABC, you're my hero.
Diabolical genius. I love baneling bombs. ABC and I were talking about this just the other night in open practice. How we need more baneling bombs in our lives, and I think it's an underused strat. I mean, I'm very low league, but
please do it.
It is. No one suspects.
If these get in, this is going to be so much damage.
They could kill all the drones.
Oh my God! All of those drones.
He's going even further than that. Drones.
Oh, he got more drones. Oh my God! What a hit! He's up double the workers.
Dang. Oh.
Dude.
Nachoz did not have vision on that part of his own main base. You can see he just built a creep tuber and sent over a queen, but it's the hindsight that says, maybe I should look out for the bomb squad there. A little too late. Repositions the spine, does not want that happening twice. I don't know if Sergeant ABC is going to give him much time to learn from that lesson, though.
I have officially become a Sergeant ABC fan. I am a super fan of Sergeant ABC now with what he's bringing out. I would like to see him drop just 2-3 hatcheries. He's got the minerals for it. I think he's staying on 2 bases a little too long. And here we go with the roach push. I think Nachoz realizes I need to get some damage done, and I need to get it done now. But Sergeant ABC really needs to start pumping out some of these units, because the fact that these roaches are not going to die super fast to just 4 mutas, and Sergeant ABC does not have enough units. He does not have enough units to stop this many roaches. He does have 5 more mutas on the production tab, but again, this is not enough, and this is going to allow Nachoz to do a lot of damage. Here they come.
He did supply block Nachoz at least, so he knows there's not going to be a big train of reinforcements. Or if he
I
has
like
perfect
all of these spines. You know you're ahead. Just drop the spines. You could sack this base. Just don't die to these piles. It's fine. Kill all of these Ravagers first.
Kill the
Ravagers
Ravagers
and the roaches. Yep.
A little bit of a waiting game, but he is ahead in this waiting game.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then with all of these things coming up, it's kind of a good Sim City as well. Even though blings are gonna help. Just clean this up. Redrop
Maybe you
your
lose
second.
a queen or two, but you know that attack has been neutralized.
100%. He can cancel these spines now. I want to see him drop his second and his fourth. Just redrop it. You're going to have map control for eternity with this amount of mutas.
Yeah,
do
honestly,
not
showing
get a third.
good presence of game sense, presence of mind, knowing what he needed to do there from Sergeant ABC. Very non-panicky, measured, just enough, just in time defense. Acceptable losses. Manages to get the third up and running even while the Nat is dying, so he's not going to lose too much in terms of like overdroning and mining time and all that. He's just playing a really good game.
And do not let Nachoz get a third. You have map control with all of these mutas. You can, supply block them again right here and just keep... Don't run these mutas into these queens. You don't need to do that. You just need to keep him on 2 bases, drone up, and transition out of these mutas. Because the mutas, while a great idea for that first attack, as this game goes on, they're going to start losing to all of the Hydras that Nachoz is going to be pumping out, because he does have the Hydra den. I don't want to see him fight into those queens.
And he's got enough Ravagers, at least, to make someone nervous that you got to keep your mutas microed, otherwise they might... those bios, if they go up, they must come down. Not just trying to bait the mutas in the fight with that queen. That could have gone very well if ABC was not on it, but he was on top of it.
Yeah, and Nachoz only has 3 queens left. Oh, the spores lifted. He's going to be able to kill it.
Oh, no.
And then he can kill this queen and be on the workers.
He could take the pool down.
Get on the workers.
Those drones are not long for this world.
And then he doesn't have anything that shoots up.
No, just Ravagers.
Dance!
Oh, they're Ravagers! No, the Biles! No, the friendly fire incident. Oh.
Kill the Hydra den.
That one as a training mishap.
Oh, that's going to be... Yeah, he sees the Hydra den. Kill the Hydra den.
He's thinking about it. He's choosing his next victim. He's looking to see if there's any expansions. He realizes, I think, he's got Nachoz contained. He says, I'm in no trouble. You're in trouble.
Yeah.
And he's right.
Yep. We do have 10 Hydras on the way, though. That's what I'm nervous about, because it's the us lower players with mutas. We seem to make mistakes with them, and it's definitely very scary against a ball of Hydras.
Nachoz has a force of Roach Ravager positioned along with some Changeling friends here at the front. And they're not doing anything. They're not on creep. They're not attacking. They're not really defending. It looks like maybe he is forming up for an attack, but ABC should see every moment of this because he's got his little spies there.
Yep. He needs to get this 5th and 6th gas saturated as soon as possible, because mutas are a very expensive gas unit. I think he's got plenty of money.
He just did.
Definitely heard me.
Yeah.
And then here comes the push from Nachoz, but I mean it's a lot of mutas here. It's how many? 20 mutas, so along with some lings, so this should definitely help.
He's taking the time to take down these rocks, give his ground forces more times to maneuver, which is good if you're going to be dancing with mutas that could otherwise make you run into that wall.
This is a huge muta ball.
Yeah, it is. Just clicking on some units here. The mutas have 1 attack. Nachoz has 1/1 on his.
If he focuses down these Hydras.
Yeah.
Focus the Hydras.
That's going to be it.
Move the ball. Focus the Hydras.
Yeah.
He doesn't have enough. You chase this away, and I think Sergeant ABC is going to win 2-0. Oh, no. Take the mutas. Go, go, go.
Yep, there we go. Flock of mutas.
There you go. Yeah, just chase this down. This is gonna hurt.
Why, my pretties?
He's way ahead on the worker count. These glaive bounces are just so much damage.
Yep.
Nacho's trying to make a bunch of Hydras, but again, with a ball this big, I don't think the Hydras are going to be able to fight it.
And I don't think it's got the money quite right and the larva quite right. There, now he's building
There they
more,
go.
but
Fighting
I
the
think it's
Hydras.
a little too late. Needs spores, not spines, if you want static B against this stuff.
Yep. Running the mutas away again, bringing them back. Yeah, definitely avoid that. You're losing mutas. Start killing this base.
Yeah. Yeah, that third is not long for the world. It just popped out its creep. Welcome to reality, little hatchery. Time to die.
Yeah, I think he's going to be able to push this away, though. That is too many queens and too many Hydras. This is what I'm scared of. Like, don't throw away the
transfuse on that wounded queen, but no. They say better part of valor is running away using our fast regen on those mutas.
He really needs to get his fourth and his fifth. If he can get his fourth and fifth down, he'll have so much more
Look
gas.
at that. Look at that. Not the golden armada, the purple armada there. The big old flock.
Yep, taking out the Hydras again. Focus the Hydras.
Yeah. Nachoz doing a decent job defending and keeping the base from dying.
Yeah, but this
I don't
is
love his spot in the
mutable.
game down this much supply.
Gonna be able to take out these queens, maybe. Seems to be focusing the wrong thing at the moment.
Yep. The Hydras now have a full upgrade lead on the mutas. 2-1 versus 1-0 mutas.
He's just not spending his money. Nachoz is having to spend every penny, and Sergeant ABC has enough minerals to drop. What is that?
Yeah.
Like 8 hatcheries. He needs to just start spending his money getting these hatcheries up. Because while he does have a worker lead, he is losing on the tech front for sure.
He is. I think that's one of those trade-offs with mutas. Like you're saying, they take so much attention. And attention is one of those limited resources. Where are you putting your thoughts per time? What are you doing with your limited attention span? Dancing Mutas is really good. Gets in great kills, great harass, makes your opponent have to respond, but he's not macroing behind, which is honestly just hard to do.
Yep. And it's an insane amount of Banes. He's going for Bane speed now. I think he's just going to take all of these Banes into that third.
Yeah, well, Banes also do fight well, like you said, against those Hydras, if you can manage to jump them. And something I know about Sergeant ABC is that he is an evangelist for the Church of Burrowed Baneling. He will preach it high from every street corner. If he can ever find an opportunity to get some Baneling mines to land, he will take it.
Nachoz is coming in with this army. This is going to kill the third. This is what I was nervous about because Sergeant ABC does not have any other bases.
Yeah.
All of his other bases are mining out. He's got all of these lings in the... He's able to mine out his entire main and not have a fourth or a fifth yet. And as a Zerg, that's not what you want. But here come the Banes. They're on creep. Nachoz running away. He sees them. Stutter step. Oh, no Bane speed means he can't do that.
I'll point out that the bottleneck ABC is about to hit real hard is those gas geysers. He's got about 3,000 left to mine. The one of his geysers is mined out in the main. He's got a bunch of idle drones. So he's got all those minerals that could be going towards hatches, geysers, letting him fund his mutaflocks. Now he's moving the drones. He sees a little bit of trouble he's in. So I hope he's able to get that going.
More bases. He needs to drop like three hatcheries right now.
Quadruple.
Do not fight this. Do not fight this. Get the mutas out of there. This Ling and reinforcements is gonna help.
God,
for sure.
And forth these games, right?
Yeah, if he can get the surround on this army, especially with these Lings.
Like making use of the ramp, he's getting a concave. He said, "Oh no, Banelings! Oh no."
That is a lot of damage.
Trade versus the Hydras.
Very good trade, yes sir.
Excellent.
And that's 10 more. Wait, why is he kill it? There we go. He's got 10 more Hydras on the way, but
Sergeant ABC is forgetting to produce. There's nothing getting produced with that giant bank right now. Maybe he's just taking a moment to reassess. Nachoz is not slowing down though. Yeah, okay, a hatchery. I like that start. He's saying, I need my
another hatchery.
Yeah.
Drop. There we go. There. 3 hatcheries at the same time. Beautiful. Start pumping the units. No more mutas. No more stuff like that. Go ahead.
5
and get your
hatcheries. 5 hatcheries being produced from ABC all over the map. I noticed something. Those Lings and Banes, they're 0-0. And Nachoz has been learning as it's been going on. He has at least one carapace. He's got at least 2 missile. He is not forgetting his upgrades.
Yep.
So if Nachoz can maybe prevent those bases from getting up and operational and get some more pressure in. Ooh, Banelings find some hits though in the third base there of Nachoz.
Yeah, he almost killed the queen, but he didn't finish it. The queen's got 10 HP, and now he's going to run into this ball of hydras. He's going to lose his army. Nachoz is up double the army supply, and he's finding these bases as they come out. I cannot believe it, but we're about to have another insane comeback. This series is off the charts.
I love it. I love it. God, we need Nachoz versus the world in our lives. Anybody who didn't know that should know it now.
This is why I love StarCraft.
Dude, same. In the third base of Nachoz, it's just a funny little thing, but there is a burning spore crawler. Make it make sense.
What I really
It got hit by
find
acid veins. It's full of creepy, bloody goodness, but it's on fire.
What I really find insane about this game is that Sergeant ABC has all this money and he literally has like no economy. He's been able to get this amount of money with like 30 drones.
Yeah. Let me look. I'm gonna press L. Units lost. 18K now from Sergeant ABC. 15K from Nachoz. So wild that he still has all that bank and has not had drones, and that's still what the efficiency is looking like.
I don't think Sergeant ABC has these hatcheries hotkeyed for some reason, because he's only making 3 queens and he has so much money. He can make
and
everything
vacant
he wants.
Supply. You know, it's got to be nerves. It's just got to be. It's hard to make all those. Easy to sort of look at it from 10,000 feet on our end of things, but when you're in the moment and you say this game's in hand and it swings like this, oh man, it's hard. All right, Nacho says I'm going in. Those banelings are morphing.
Really good banes.
Just in time.
Oh man.
Kill the front line, but he's still
These
got this
64
Hydra ball.
lings are going to be good. These 64 lings should be able to clean this up.
They will. But Nachos, will he be reinforcing it? Will he be?
No,
he'll take out the natural again. I think it's going to be enough for this hatch guy. Yeah. Oh, Nachos is morphing Banes himself.
And these are also upgraded Hydras.
Yeah, I think those Banes. Oh, they're going to pop. Yeah. Well, the Hydras go down. Game state is still 96 supply versus 61 for Nachos.
Run these drones to a base. Run these drones to a different base.
Get him working.
One of your bases. Yep. He's got 2 queens at every single base. Just run these drones to these bases. Nachos is finally getting for his hive. He's at 4 bases. Yeah, I think Nachos is finally at that point where he's going to be able to somehow hold on to this game and win it.
Yeah. Look at the weirdness of the base spread of what stayed alive for Sergeant ABC. There are 4 distinct hive clusters, none of them linked by creep. They're like islands with a couple of queens as these little feudal states amidst this dark age of Nachos out on the map.
Yep. And he discovered it.
Yeah,
He's
found
discovered
one.
this base, and I think this is going to be GG once this base goes down.
Seems likely. Seems hard, but you know, Sergeant ABC is tenacious. I think he'll fight it out, but I think Nachos has an upper hand that he's not going to look to. No, it's going to be another tied-up series.
20 drones that just died. He's at 1. He's at 15 drones.
He found base number 2.
Yeah, this is going to be the end. I think this is where Sergeant ABC GG's out.
Islands are sinking like Atlantis over here. Nachos has this one in the bag.
I am again flabbergasted.
Yeah.
What a crazy series.
Yep. Yeah,
he's about to find
ABC,
the next and last base, and this will be GG.
Yeah, I think that it's about to be curtain call here. Nachos is also not slacking on getting his upgrades, but just in case, he's building Adrenal. He's getting his melee now, more Carapace. Yeah, you can tell that he's got his head in the game and is just closing it out. Spending his money, morphing more Banes. He has a huge gas bank.
He has 0 workers right now to Sergeant ABC, so probably a good Bane connection or 2 gonna happen, but with the upgrades, yeah, they're gonna be fine.
Oh yeah, the Lings do survive with a sliver of HP when you've got that Carapace on your side, huh?
Yep.
All right.
GG. I know the chart is going to look insane.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that army value spike is disgusting. I mean, he had almost 6,000 army value to under 2,000.
Crazy stuff. Nacho says, "Holy smokes" in the chat. Holiest. Yeah. I can tell they are in excellent spirits. Sarge, after losing that game, is all caps and a yay for us. We love these games, guys.
Yeah, if I would have lost that game, I would have spiked my table. That's for sure.
No, this is a treat. I think that it's nice for Sergeant ABC. He was talking about how the FSL has motivated him when there's something on the line, something to fight for your team, not just MMR on the ladder. This one, it's for friendly bragging rights with the person that's been his biggest backer, and sort of like believer throughout FSL. So they're playing hard, playing to win. They're loving all this, but at the end of the day, no one's going to be eliminated from a series or going forward or anything like that. So it's cool to see them having fun with it, win or lose.
Yep, couldn't agree more. All right, looks like we are almost ready. Just waiting for a confirmation from Sergeant ABC. There we go. Here we are. Well, can't ask for much better with these first two series. We're getting full games for both. So looks like we're gonna be in for a long day of games for Nachos. He's gonna need a break tomorrow, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm impressed with the stamina.
Sergeant ABC holding his face right now. I think he knows he let one slip. I think he says pause, please.
Looks like it, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, what's going through their heads right now? So we wonder. We'll ask them about it. Emotions have to be running high.
Both games, essentially, the other player was in commanding positions and somehow lost the game.
Yeah.
So
slipped through their fingers.
Both have had their worlds rocked. Now let's see who can get the composure and take the series. That's what I'm excited for. Let's see who can pull out the last game.
Same here. I'm a fan of both of these players, but I'll say this, my slight bias, which I shall not try to show casting, is for Nachoz to win this, just so that we can see a 1-1 on the overall score of Nachoz versus the world, because he is the games he's winning, he is earning them. He is playing well. He is coming back from difficult stuff. He's making the fights count when they need to. So, yeah, and Sergeant ABC is giving him some fights.
As a caster, you're always welcome to show favoritism towards keeping the stuff close, like cheering for the person who's down one, all that stuff.
Yeah.
At least in my book. So you get a pass on that. But after that last game, especially with the Baneling drop and
so
at least
it was
the
good.
First half of the game, yeah, Sergeant ABC.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a fan of what he was doing for sure. I think the main thing that Sergeant ABC really needs to start doing is when he gets a lead, he needs to start like knowing, hey, I got a lead, I can drone now, or hey, I got a lead, I got such a big lead that we can do this. All right, looks like the players are ready.
Right on. You can get tunnel vision and forget to macro,
Yep.
and happens to the best of us. We're maybe not the best, but it happens to me. Here we go, players.
Is it?
Well, that's a weird countdown.
Are you counting in Frieza time? Like, what is this?
No kidding.
Sorry.
We're messing with you, bro.
You're good. Oh, guys, they're having fun with it. Love to see it.
Alrighty, so Looking pretty standard to start.
Why don't we get the player intros?
Oh, yep. Sorry, I forgot we didn't do those yet. In the bottom right, we have the orange Zerg player looking to win his first series of the day. He is...
Nachoz.
And his opponent in the upper left-hand corner with purple Zerg pieces, also looking to win his first series of the day, as it so happens, we have
Sergeant ABC.
So yeah, I think they have both shown in games 1 and 2 that this is anyone's game.
100%. I think people have been telling me that Nachoz is around Plat 3, Plat 2-ish. Does anyone know what Sergeant ABC's like max rank is? Is it right around the Plat 3, Plat 2-ish?
I think he's hit low plat.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I think if you go to the Discord, sometimes there's like a P3 next to Sergeant ABC's name there.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And I know this because I was talking with him during practice this week. He's played like 220 ladder games this season. ABC has been on his grind, so yeah.
That is a lot of games, that's for sure.
It's more StarCraft games than I've played in my life. So yeah.
Right, looking at the openers, everything looks pretty even. Gas, again, a little ahead for Sergeant ABC, but that doesn't mean he'll start the link speed earlier than Nachoz. We've already learned that, so we'll see how that goes.
Nachoz floating a little mineral there. I wonder what he's planning.
Yeah, he started a lot of overlords too. Like he's gonna be way over. He's at like 44 at the moment. No link speed
I wouldn't
for
have
either
minded
player.
Early third hatch or something with that if you wanted to accumulate a bunch of minerals, but I don't know about all the OBs.
Oh boy. Nachoz is falling back into old habits. Press the link speed. There we go. Still no link speed for Sergeant ABC though. Dropping a Baneling nest.
Huh. So I don't ever see that actually. I've never seen Baneling nest first before link speed in a ZVZ that I can remember.
I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah.
Talking
it's
before
an unusual
started,
choice.
Link speed is just so good for Zerg. It looks like early third bases from both of them. So Sergeant ABC definitely trying to play a more economical game. I don't know if he realized that he hasn't started link speed though, because he's making 10 more links. I'm very nervous.
One of the orange overlords go down, but I guess it doesn't matter much. No supply block yet. Yeah.
That should keep his third pretty safe.
Safety Banes. I see what he was thinking.
He doesn't know that Nachoz has taken his third based on his Overlord position, but his Overlord is at a good spot to see if any units do come out of the main or the natural. So
or drone transfer might catch it. Yeah.
Yep, but he is making a lot more army than Nachoz is at the moment. The only issue though is Nachoz's lings have speed and Sergeant ABC's do not. And lings, slow lings versus fast lings, I'm gonna take the fast lings every time.
Nachoz building a very good wall at his natural. Before he needs it, with no pressure, he said, I want a nice wall, one gap, triple Evo. I am ready for any lings getting through.
I love the wall. I think the only thing that I would like to see differently is if the Roach Warren was in the wall instead of triple Evo. I feel like you get a little more value there. He is starting an early +1 attack. He does have his lair on the way. He's definitely seeming like he's got a lot more tech than Sergeant ABC does at the moment. He's ahead on the Roach Warren, all that stuff. So we're definitely going to see how this game transitions. And he's way ahead on workers, too. He just seems to be... His build just seems much more smooth than Sergeant ABC's game.
It does. I think maybe because coming out of that last game, Nachoz was in a sort of victory spot where things were clicking and he was making good calls, and Sergeant ABC, it slipped through his fingers. That can hold over a little in sort of our soup of adrenaline and kind of like stress and all of that in terms of how you're feeling and then how well you're able to make decisions and execute out of it. So Nachoz looking clean in this one. Starting
It
ABC,
does
little
start
rocky.
+1/+1, and Nachos' +1 attack is going to finish earlier, and he's already starting to produce the roaches. So I am going to be a little nervous here, especially with again, he has roach speed, and Sergeant ABC still can't even start his roach speed. The one thing I do like is Sergeant ABC is going to have a 4th hatchery with that macro hatch, so he's going to be able to pump out more units, but at the moment, he's so far behind on Army. It's going to be, he needs to just start pumping out roaches as soon as possible.
Yeah. Nachoz' roaches are going to be able to hit early and hard.
Yep. Yeah, and he's going to be... Oh, no. I just seen Sergeant ABC make 16 drones while Nachoz is making all these roaches. These roaches, if they push across the map, is going to spell bad news. And I think he's going to push as soon as the roach speed finishes.
Yeah.
And look, here they come.
There they go.
I am so scared for Sergeant ABC at the moment. He does not have the units he needs to defend this. It is 22 roaches to 0, and there's only 8 on the production tab.
Look at these little Vanguard lings sort of getting in the way of the banelings, doing the scout in front of the main roach army. I think that's a nice little touch to move out from Nachoz. We're going to see a very quick game here.
This is going to be a very quick game 3.
Roach slaughter. Sergeant ABC was supply blocked there for a minute too, which is not what you want to be when you need to be building units to defend against a whole bunch of roaches in your base.
Yep.
3rd goes down.
Will finish the upgrades maybe if these roaches take their time.
Yeah,
but he's going to have a better concave. He's going to have the roach speed, which he doesn't. And the upgrades did finish.
Huh. Yeah.
Very close,
nevertheless.
He's going to have defender's advantage too, but I just don't see him holding on here.
He's bulk. Yeah, Nachoz has still the unit lead, and he is doing some focus fire. Yeah, there's some Ravagers now on the back line helping with the DPS. I think Nachoz is in this to win this right now.
Yeah, I see Nachoz is taking this game. He is going to be starting to kill the drones as well, the Vials, and here comes the Ling reinforcements. Yeah, it's going to be very hard for him to hold on. And here come the rest of the roaches. And the Vials on top of the army. And that is GG.
Yeah, well played.
Nachoz gets his first series. And he had to fight for it, too. Game interviews this time. Well, we can keep moving. Yeah, you just look at the army supply. It was just an unfortunate time to pump out 16 drones, for sure.
Great work from Nachoz.
Okay, so we pull them in. Welcome back, players. Very interesting series. I want to say, like, that series pretty much blew my mind. Game 1, I pretty much had it called for Nachoz winning, and Sergeant ABC, you somehow held on with the lurkers and just an incredible hold, especially with the 4 spines at the natural. That seemed to help you a lot. Game 2, Sergeant ABC, the game called for you to win, and somehow Nachoz was able to barely hang on. And game 3, we just saw El Clasico roach push with a +1 attack timing, and it was just an unfortunate game 3. You just weren't able to get the roaches out in time. You're about 30-40 seconds too late. So
yeah, I droned like 10 drones, but my mindset was supposed to be, okay, I have 2 base saturation. What am I looking at on his side of the map? And if I would have went to scout and look, because I scouted right after I droned 10 drones, and those could have all been roaches. And that fight went a lot different with more roaches instead of
Yeah, it's like as soon as you started that round of drones, you started about 16 drones was when he started pumping the roaches, and then obviously as soon as you saw what was coming, you started pumping the roaches, and it was just that as a Zerg player, just that one extra round of drones, we've all done it, and it's cost us the game. So definitely.
I play with another Zerg. Axels. Man, he has gotten my ZZ a lot better. Axel's Death Dealer, Nala.
Yep.
One other guy. Where is he?
Some of them are
Kane?
in the chat.
Yeah, they were cheering for you in the chat. They were asking if they could, type in the chat and like try to help you out, but obviously you couldn't see it. So I was telling them, yeah, that's fine. They didn't want to break any rules or anything. But I guess the one thing I want to ask Nachos is after that game 1, where I imagine you felt like you had it, going into game 2 when you were behind, we saw a lot of resilience from you. Did you know game 2 you were that far behind, or was it just you were just at that point just letting your instincts take over?
It was. I knew. In game 2, I knew I was far behind, but it was like it's a best of 3, and just like not giving up, and just it's I don't have to let the last building die, but I'm also like, you know what? I have a fair amount of drones. Let's see if I can punch my way out of it. And so, and I think I want to say this for sure that Surgeon ABC is stepped up. He has improved, and we are both platinum too. So this should have been like, this feels like, yeah, I'm at Sergeant ABC's level for sure.
All right, Monkey Shaman, you want to ask each player a question
Sure.
or a comment?
Yeah, I want to know what's the inner landscape of your minds. Let's get the deep cut psychoanalysis, the emotions after these roller coasters of victory from the jaws of defeat. But both of you had to experience some highs and lows in those matches. So how did that make you feel going into game number 3?
Nachos, I'll let you go first.
All right. I will say, you know what's so weird is I feel like I'm becoming possibly maybe junior in the sense that
I don't know about that.
Well, let me put it this way. Whereas Zerg versus Zerg feels more comfortable to me than any other matchup. And on the ladder, actually, me versus Protoss is really like, I have like a 62% win rate. I work hard at that. Terran is a little struggle bus for me. And Zerg is like 50-50, right? But it feels like, I mean, I've played so much Zerg versus Zerg. It just feels, I feel comfortable with it. And I feel like I'm taking the cues from possibly maybe in that he's like, that's his favorite matchup, and that's insane to me. But I'm slowly creeping into that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I see what you mean by possibly maybe junior, because you like the ZVZ now. You're starting.
Yeah, it's comfortable. It's very comfortable.
My feelings on this going into game 3, I had to tell myself I need to just drone and get a third out. And I think on that third game I didn't have as much as of a gameplay as I should have. I definitely knew that I wanted attack ready at the same time that I was getting units out, but I've made a miscall on that last one where I droned 10 drones instead of seeing what I should have gone into, because if their third is droned, or if they're droning their third, then I should be able to drone my third. But if their third is not droned,
yes,
then where's their money at? It's most likely an army. You're not gonna. You shouldn't. Silvers and bronze may tech up with no army, but that's how they lose so fast, is because they tech up and they forget to build army, and they just lose because they have no defense.
It was the right idea, just the wrong game for it. I think if you had followed that in game 2, when you had him contained to those 2 bases and you had total map control with the Hydras, you had, I want to say, I think at one point, like so many minerals, you could have just dropped 3 bases, held down the drone key, and you would have just grew faster than him and like transitioned out. But that's,
Instead, I put down 7 bases
part.
all over the entire map, and then watch them all die.
But the issue was you did it about 15 minutes too late.
Yes,
Yep.
yeah, and
Yeah.
slow, like a
If you'd
sloth.
done that in the beginning, you would have been. I think you would have been able to outmatch the economy, especially because Nachos. You kept, like you said, you kept the drones alive. You may have been losing a lot, but you were able to get the third down, keep it protected, and then from that point forward, you had the better army when it was army v army. But very
I need to
interesting
talk
series,
about.
guys.
I need to
We
talk
do
about one
appreciate
last
it.
thing.
Go
One
ahead.
last thing. That Bane drop in the main.
Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I instantly became a fan of yours when I saw that. I said, I am now a Sergeant ABC fan. That
No
was
doubt.
definitely the
We were talking
play of the
about this
series.
2 days ago. Thank you for making that happen. If we couldn't see burrowed Banes, at least there could be Bane drops.
That's right.
Yeah, I needed to get some type of Bane play because I'm trying to make a name for my Bane. You
I
know?
love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Alrighty.
Yeah.
I want to tell you on that. On that note, I'm gonna tell you how demoralizing it is when you're trying to drone up and you only have 39 minerals. Like where D key, I'm holding down the D key. Oh, is that because I have too few workers? I can't drone up because I don't have enough drones. Very sad.
Oh man,
Sounds
is
good.
that how close you were in that second game?
Oh yeah, you want to watch the replay,
You should
and
watch the
I'm
replay,
telling you,
bro.
you're gonna be
Oh
very,
my
very angry.
God, I cannot believe I let
Yep.
that go.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So let's move on to
Yeah.
our third series today. Thank you, players, for the interesting
Big game.
series.
Good game, Nachos.
Good games. Well played.
Okay,
Beautiful
sounds good.
stuff.
So Revenant Rage is going to be up next.
Mm.
And we're going to change it into a BO1.
There we go. Yeah. Hey, Reverend. Oh, is he on? Let me know when he's on. Oh, there's Reverend. Hey, Reverend.
There we go.
Yeah.
Hey, instead of doing my games went super long, and I apologize. I know you were like warming up and practicing and all that. Would it be okay just to do a best of one?
Here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Can I offer something? Can we just skip my match with you if you guys want to do a BO3 and then do the replay? It's completely up to you guys, but we can skip me. Me and you can play later. No big deal.
Bro, oh wait. I'm gonna put it in. Me and Reverend go way back. Like we go back 3 seasons.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let him make the call. Do you want to do
Completely up
BO1
to
or BO3?
Nucleo.
I'm either or. I've got work later tonight, so
I've been enjoying the BO3s. That's why I would rather see a BO3 than to just see BO1s, but completely up to you guys and up to Nucleo.
Okay.
Yeah, best
Nucleo's still in
it's a
production.
best
really
of
be
3
up
with
to
Revenant
Nachos,
Rage
too.
works.
Yeah.
Because Nachos, you got to sit in the chair for all of this. You're the one whose brain and hands will be eventually getting tired. So.
Oh yeah.
What are you feeling
I'm
like?
gonna tell you. Oh god, I can do a BO3 Nucleo. You're the caster. Your call. Can I do a BO3 versus Rage?
If everyone has the time for it, yes.
Yeah.
Let's run it.
And JPMZ rain check.
Yep, got it.
Yeah. I'm here for it. I can't wait to go up and learn. Go up against you and learn. That's where I'm coming in with.
Plenty of time.
Yes. All right. Let's do it. BO3.
All right. Before we get into that, why don't you guys talk about your history as team captains? Any matches? Any prior wins, losses? What's the lore here, guys?
Oh wait, I'm gonna tell Rage. I'm gonna start out because I'm gonna blow you up. Listen, when we started out in this league, I think maybe he was like Platinum 3, maybe I was Gold 1. I think back in season 7, I think we were closer in range and MMR. And oh my gosh, he has jumped significantly. He has improved much more at a faster rate than I did in the last 3 years. And so, man, and then like every time I get matched up with him, it's just like I felt that. Like I've been matched up against lopsided matches and stuff like that. It's the story of my life. But against Rage, it's like, is he really that better? Oh, he's whipping me. Yes, he is that much better. And so, I expect this will be the greatest challenge that I was pairing up because I expect a lot out of him. So
yeah, we go way back. We joined the league in the same season 7, and we actually went against each other in the season 7 finales for the Code B championship.
Yo.
Who won?
And I did.
Rage.
2-1.
Yeah.
There you go. Good job.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's been a little bit of a friendly rivalry ever since we became
Absolutely.
separate team captains, and yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Well, look
And
forward
like
to
I
the
said,
series.
my time on the ladder this season is it's because of Rage and my ZVP, and then like in this ladder I have a 62% win rate against Protoss because I hyper focus down on my Protoss matchups. It's like if I'm going to win anything, it's going to be ZVP because there's a lot of Protoss on the ladder, so I want to make sure I do good on that. So it's because of Rage. It's going against Rage. Yeah, he's my inspiration.
Sounds good. All right. Well, I look forward to this series. Always fun playing a friend and a buddy. So,
Let's go.
usually a little more banter. So if you guys have any words for each other before we start, get them out and we'll get this started.
Good
I'm
luck,
ready.
have fun. Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
GLHO.
Yeah. Let's go.
Alright, first map is going to be on 10,000 feet.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited to see this one too. Revenant Rage was the one who recruited me to the team of Rage's Raiders in his first run as a team captain in season 8. And as a little baby FSL player, Bronzy, fresh off 10 years of not playing any StarCraft, he throws me into the meat grinder in match 1 versus none other than Nachoz. So we know how that went.
Oh my gosh, that's
And
right.
I'm still stoked for my former teammate to put up a good show, but I'd love to see Nachoz just show him how well he's improved too. Maybe this one will be another 2-1 tight series.
Let's go. All right. Thanks, y'all. Oh, put us in our line.
Yes, we'll do.
Yeah.
All right.
Forgot. I knew I was forgetting something.
Yeah, all good.
All good.
Anybody who doesn't understand how difficult this stuff is really needs to try it once and realize it. But we have in the upper left corner, fresh off his first win, the Orange Zerg. And he is
Nachoz.
And his opponent in the lower right, playing with the light blue Protoss, we have none other than
Revenant Rage.
So any expectations, ideas? How do we think that this series might shape up? I have a couple of thoughts.
Well,
namely that I expect to see at least one cheeky DT rush from Revenant Rage.
What makes me happy is this is the first ZVP today. We've actually had a ZVT, a ZVZ, and now a ZVP, so that's something I'm looking forward to. I did get to see Revenant Rage play. He is on my team this season of FSL, so I know he likes to be a little cheesy, so I wouldn't be shocked to see some DTs. But as this series goes on, I guess we're going to see how polished Nachoz is in the ZVP matchup.
Mhm.
He says it's his best matchup, so we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah. Good little scout here from Revenant Rage, saying nothing too out of the ordinary. Little extra loop through the drones just to psych them out.
Yeah,
Enough
sure
to
there's
make
no
Nachoz want to pull
proxies.
one worker to say, "Shoo, hey, quit your pirouettes in my mineral line, please."
Yep. Yeah, you always want to make sure that you're not getting cannon rushed or proxied like that. All that stuff from a Protoss player for sure. This is my worst matchup for sure. So I definitely need to work on this one. It's that fine line of one too many drones, is to not have enough army, etc., etc. So, but the second pylon is placed in Revenant Rage's main, so we shouldn't see any proxies at least yet.
The probe has been running laps, and meanwhile, Rage has gone for a 1-gate expand.
Yeah, I'd like to see him drag that back. Start your speed. Do it, Nachoz.
Do it.
Press the speed key. Kill that probe. Wait, where'd the probe go? There it is.
Oh, it's on lap number 5. I think it's about to meet its end, but
yeah, but I think it sounds crazy, but I think it's actually messing Nachoz up because again he's focusing on the speed, and here we are. He's got almost 200 gas now and no speed. Early robo for Revenant as well.
One kill goes to Nachoz, but I think that Rage is ahead with the emotional damage.
I would say he's ahead because of the slow link speed, 100%. Looks like Nachoz is going to be taking his third. Revenant Rage pretty safe at home with what he's got in the wall, but the third is being taken, so not really much Nachoz can do without that speed. So he's just going to need to hold down the drone key at the moment.
Robo first, that's kind of an interesting tech choice, isn't it?
Yeah,
like,
usually...
you don't see it too commonly. Stargate or Citadel would be the more usual ones.
Yeah, usually you see the Twilight Council.
Or the Council, yeah.
And the or Stargate. Usually those are the first two. But that,
I
yeah,
said
that
Citadel
is a really...
because we got roped into SC Evo earlier this week. But yeah.
I gotcha. Yeah, early Robo sending out the Observer and 2 Adepts in here, and there's no, again, links without speed are not good into these like types of things. You can't move them around fast enough, so definitely not getting the worker damage though, but he should be able to find some drinks here.
There you go. He got a shade in the main, but so he's just focused on the army, not on. I don't think those Adepts did as much as they could.
Oh, that's a full wall from Nachoz. I don't
damage
really
the queen.
think he wants that.
Yep.
Something I think I'm going to tell him to work on after the series is in his wall, start using the Roach Warren, because I think it'll help him.
Mm-hmm. I think Rage is going for what'll shape up to be Charge Immortal Archon. Just a big gateway supported by some big punchy Robo Boys for dealing with the roaches and the like.
So he realizes it and starting to punch down his own wall. He doesn't want to be, stuck back here for sure.
Yep.
Nacho should know when the third comes down, though. He does have very good Overlord vision. That's something he's had all day today. Very good Overlord position. I do not know if the Spore is going to see this Observer, but I think it will. So I'm not sure.
I think it'll be within vision, but not within firing range. Maybe.
Yeah, just barely out of it. Maybe the Queen can get over there and poke
it.
Yep.
Honestly, it's hiding in plain sight. I hadn't realized it until just now, but the light blue player piece looks a lot like a mineral field. It's only a couple shades different, and with where he's got that parked, it doesn't seem out of place on the mini-map. Even if you see it with the Spore, it's not like it's killing anything, so it's just hanging out.
Very early storm, so he's definitely trying to tech up Revenant Rages, but he still doesn't have his third. He's starting to mine the minerals out to get over to his third, but it is very expensive, High Templars, so it's going to be very rough for him to sustain making those with only 2 base, so he's going to need to get up to his third very, very soon.
And Nachoz, again, has, consistently shown really good Overlord spread, like good understanding of when his opponents are taking bases, so he's going to know the moment that this Nexus gets warped in. There's no pylon, there's no batteries or cannons or anything like that yet, so it's going to be a juicy target, and out come the links.
Yeah, he's going to come over here and try to cancel this third. I definitely like the fact that he's going to try that.
Ooh, interesting.
I don't want him to attack the natural. I would like him to go for the third.
He wants Banes. That's what he does. He says, I want my Roaches here. I want my Banes. I want to make a bigger push. I'm not just sending out the Zergling, release the Hounds, but we want a more of a fighting force.
If he goes for the third, it's going to be much better because he's going to be able to he's going to catch the army. He's going to force him to walk down the ramp into him. But it looks like he says no. I'm going for the natural. Very good Bane connections on the.
Yeah. Bye-bye,
this is going to be very hard for Revenant Rage. Very Storm! Get out of there! Yeah, very good.
Oh my goodness!
That is what I was nervous about. That is very big stuff. But he's going to catch these Immortals out on the map.
Yep, those immortals are great versus roaches, but not with that kind of unsupported, big concave.
Yep, and looks like he still has the army lead. He has the +1 attack for the roaches, so let's see. Can he get the reinforcements here in time? Starting some Ravagers, a bunch more army on the way, so he's definitely going to keep up the aggression. +1 Lings are about to finish, so I do like this for Nachoz. He's definitely keeping the pressure on. I think if he would have gone for the third, he would have at least killed this base. Might not have killed as many units, but he would have crippled Revenant Rage's economy.
So Rage, it was funny. I saw his stalkers take out the Overseer, which prevented the Observer from getting seen. I think he had a little bit of an F2 moment where the Observer went over the base. Yeah, went away. Ooh, Archons with the battery, good combo. There's a lot of Zerg bulk here, though.
Yeah, this is going to be very hard for Revenant Rage to hold at the moment, but he's got all these reinforcements coming in with these gateways, so I think he does hold. And the fact that he held
redundancy.
Good.
There weren't any clear targets there that he could take it to stop the reinforcements from coming in.
Yep.
Even a little counterattack with the charge lot says you're not getting away. I like that. They're wounded. Zealots are here for a good time, not a long time, so they're getting in the damage while they can. And honestly, decent trades, even though roaches are good against them.
Yep. And here we are with the fact that the third base was now fully saturated, mining a gas on it. This is exactly where the Protoss wants to be. He's got a better army at the moment, and he also has 3 bases fully saturated with the 4th on the way. So Nachoz is either going to need to do something quick to slow down this economy or start to pump out his own economy, because right now he is in trouble.
I think Nacho's answer to that was, what if I build a lot of Zerglings and maybe hit right when my Carapace upgrade finishes?
Yep, there's only, one Archon on the field at the moment, so Lings could be pretty good into this.
And the timing is a nice little spike. Ground weapons level 1 is finishing, as is shields level 1 for the toss. But the Ling, the armor hit just in time so that there will be parity, and the Lings will get 3-shot by Zealots instead of 2-shot.
Oh no, he crashed the Banes into the base by mistake, but he still was able to cancel it. Kills a few pylons, but with this army coming around the back, he's not going to be able to fight this. He kills the Archons, but
the storm that's going to do the... Yeah,
he needs to get out of here. He needs to hightail it out of here. But with these, like you said, the Zealot charges, he's going to chase them all the way back. 22 roaches on the production tab. I would like to see him start maybe +2s on these upgrades, because as we see, you got +2 from Revenant Rage plus the shield. Nachoz plays very, very aggressive, from what I seem to notice. He plays almost like a Terran player. He really doesn't like to just sit back and drone up and try to get to that, 60, 80 drone mark and to win that way. He seems to really like to fight, really like to cause issues for his opponent, and sometimes it works, and sometimes he runs into the situation where we're seeing now, where he is gonna have to defend his own side against a much better army, and that's a huge storm.
Yeah, and that High Templar almost has enough energy for a second one. Oh, he might get picked off here with those Lings and the Broodlings. Yeah, take it down. That's a good catch. That's a good catch.
Yeah, those are super.
But the backbone of the Rage army, the tech units, the 3 Immortals and the Stalkers here, they're all alive. They managed to get away. I like this run by being set up over here. I think that the drone is going to build the base and immediately say, "Oh no, it gets."
It gets stopped. That was unlucky.
Yeah. Wow. The Zealots being in the way.
Coming in.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
They should win this engagement, but now the roaches are here. Yeah, the Zealots will get cleaned up, and not a terrible trade, but he's definitely got the upgrades on the way. It looks like we're trying to see a tech up from Nachoz, but again, it's a 4-base Protoss into a 3-base Zerg, and that's never what you want to be.
No. Supply is even, and Nachoz has the extra minerals. I want to see more hatches. Take a 4th, take a 5th, maybe both at the same time, because he's going to need the larva and the eco.
Yeah, he's gonna.
And he's going to need, frankly, his main base is mining out, so he needs a place for his drones to go.
Yep. He's trying to drop a macro hatch. Looks like the hive is on the way, starting his Hydra upgrades. What I wouldn't mind seeing is him trying to like get a lurker den down and maybe try to get some lurkers here. But it looks like Revenant Rage has 5 Archons now. He realizes that this is a very heavy Ling army, and with these Archons, it's going to be very hard to get through.
You know what else he's got is a Warp Prism, which he's not had out on the map yet, but it means his reinforcements are going to be timely and where he needs them
Here
to
they
be.
come. They will kill these Zealots early, but with this many Archons on the back, I don't know how Nachoz is going to be able to hold this. This is a Protoss
that's a death
I've
ball
ever
right
seen
there.
one. Yep.
Yep. Words out of my mouth.
Yeah, and it looks like he's spreading perfectly, and yeah, he feedbacked all the queens there.
Beautiful stuff.
Yeah, he's winning on both fronts at the moment.
Yep, and he should have a warp in. Yep, right on time. He's opting for stalkers this time because they're good against those armored units, against the roach heavy comp. He says, okay, zealots have been fun and all, but what if I just shoot you with my anti-armored units that also, teleport if they need to?
Double supply, so we're seeing the beginning. Yeah.
The stalkers make really short work of all the structures in here too. So base goes down. Yeah, this is looking very one-sided for Rage. GG's.
I think we come back to that. I think he should have attacked the third. I think if Nachoz would have attacked the third, he would have been in much better shape. He would have slowed down the Protoss economy and would have had a really good shot in the game.
Yeah, that was the key moment in the match. And in fact, if you look at the score summary graph afterwards, Nachoz was looking good, looking ahead right until about that 8-minute mark, and that's when everything started to go a little bit wrong.
Yep. Very good game 1, though. Very, very close. Definitely had some moments where I think Nachoz could have pulled it out.
I'm going to give the MVP of that match for the most valuable Probius. That one little scouting worker that got 5 maps around the main of Nachoz, just throwing him off his game a little bit. And when you're thrown off in the early game, it ripples through the whole match in terms of all your timings and just things kind of feeling right, your build flowing, all of it. So good job there with Revenant Rage of getting his build together while trying to hamper Nachoz for the smallest investment possible.
Yep, yeah, sometimes in StarCraft, it's not about the damage you do. It's about, like, making the other person uncomfortable, making them be off their game plan. It's why I really like the stream Florencio. Like, when you see his games, it's so far off the normal, and I call it being dragged down to the sewers, because you're like, man, I do so perfectly every time, and for some reason, when this guy does this, it's just messed up, and you're getting dragged down to the sewers, and it just affects your entire game.
And your opponent is a sewer mermaid.
Exactly.
All right, I'm going to remember the player intros this time.
Gotcha.
And I'll kick it off with, in the upper right-hand corner, looking to get on the board in this part of the series, playing with the orange Zerg. It is none other than our hero,
Nachoz.
You want to do lower left?
Yeah, I gotcha. In the bottom left, up 1-0 in this best of 3. He is the teal or blue Protoss, whatever color you want to call it. He is
Revenant Rage.
I'd call that light blue, which you can use to sometimes sneak an observer in, pretending to be a mineral patch.
Yeah.
Going for the low ground wall again. Pretty standard, I think, but just shows that he's practiced, has his build, really, really smooth early game. You should expect to see everything going on within 1 or 2 seconds, depending on the map topography for Revenant Rage. And there goes his scouting probe, Gateway Scout, off to cause mischief and see what Nachoz is up to.
You should always drop your wall on the low ground. If you leave it open, it's just asking for trouble to let Lings get in on your natural, and you just don't want to deal with that.
I wonder if there are any exceptions, like if it's a Protoss cheese, some cannon rushes or whatever, where that changes. But yeah, for any regular game, you need that wall. Nacho's going for 2 drones into the gas right away. I wonder if he'd
like
normally have this third one that's chasing. Yeah, there's the third.
I think he's a little bit too worried about this probe. I think the fact that Revenant Rage does the same patrol pattern, he doesn't really need to chase this probe around with this drone. He could just have this drone mining and just keep an eye on the probe, make sure he doesn't slip off anywhere and try to drop a cheeky pylon or anything like that. But he could just deal with this with his links.
And it means that there's no queens building. There's no lings and drones, you know, and all the early game stuff. It's aggravating, I think, just to see this little robot dancing around your stuff, and it's throwing him off of his practice.
We have a proxy Revenant Rage on the bottom corner. I'm not sure exactly what proxy he's going to go for here. Maybe
I think it's a gate. I think if anything, it'll be a gate for fast warps.
Because he did go into Twilight Console at home.
Yeah,
so
there's going to be DTs, I think. Now, Nachoz is good at scouting these kind of things out, though, and Overlord is coming his way. Ooh, yeah, 2 gates and a pylon, double pylon. He is reinforcing it.
He's going to see this.
No, not DTs. I think it's going to be big Zealot energy. He recalls the probe back home. Warp gate is about
has
halfway
complete
done.
vision of this. I think we might see some Glaive Adepts. Nope, you are right. There's the DT Shrine. So he knows what's coming his way. At least that the gateway's there in the double pylon. He knows something's up, but will he make the correct things to stop the DT warp-ins? Because I think there's, 4 gateways, and 4 DTs can easily click on a 4 and take it out.
He could. And I don't see Sports building.
Yeah, I'm very nervous right now because he doesn't see the Dark Shrine in the main. He only sees the gateways out there, but he is sending his links over there. So if he can somehow kill these pylons, that'll be a huge defense for him. And here we go.
It will. But he's attacking the gateway instead. I don't think that that's going to...
It's a lot more surface area for sure.
Yeah, that lets him get in on both pylons.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Okay, well, those warp gates are now done becoming warp gates, and oh, look at that. It's Invisible Men. No, it's Zealots. It's not Invisible Men. I thought it was going to be DTs. I think that this is an interesting, maybe correct, maybe not correct call, because that way Rage doesn't tip his hand, but the DTs would be...
He's got some of his slings attacking the gateway, though. I wish he would just get the surround. There we go. And then now take out the pylon.
Did he get some on the way out? Not bad. You know? And it will, I think, not quite supply block, but it'll slow down Rage's momentum. So now he's going for DT Blink and charge. Okay. So the proxy didn't really do any work for him here, but it did, I guess, put Nachoz' attention over there.
He still has nothing that can see these Dark Templars, though, and he just started his lair. He really needs to get spines down right away, or this is going to be GG.
Yeah.
There's spores.
Oh, boy, here they come. Here they come. Yeah.
Yeah, very nervous, because these are just going
to run them in there, and the drones start to fall. And more drones start to fall. Now he's running for his dear life. Shadow Stride, DT Blink is about 2/3 of the way finished. Queen's dying.
Yeah, this is going to be.
Oh, those poor. This is not going to be good. There's a counterattack from Nachoz, but there's no. It's a double. There's a battery in the wall there. Rage is going to hold the wings just fine. Yeah. And yeah, there's an Archon morphing out of DTs behind there to deal with all of these Zerglings, which I think will be able to take care of it at home. Yeah. Meanwhile, back at the Nachoz Ranch, the layer is slowly getting sliced down. One slice at a time.
If you can maybe get... Yeah, this is GG.
Yeah, I can get an Overseer out, but look at the supply. It's 8. Yeah.
He's not going to be able to hold on to this.
No, he's panic building some lings, but he's not building any Overseers or anything, and the Hive is going to go down against the 1 DT. It's sort of Zeratul from Temu versus like discount Overmind over here. one hero with a cape is going to take care of any chance at tech for Nachoz.
Yep.
Yeah, he should call it. I think he knows it too, but he doesn't like it. Okay, we have an Overseer. And we have 12 supply. Yeah, but the blink, once he knows about that, is going to be so hard to keep these DTs pinned down. Good surrounds. Good surrounds. The initial threat is over. He sees that observer now.
Yeah,
right clicks the wings on them.
36 is very.
Yeah. And just the zealot follow up, the immortal, just the fighting units rather than the surprise harass units are going to be able to take care of anything Nachoz is capable of producing right now with 0 economy. Rage has a little supply block, I suppose. But it's, he can coast. He can do whatever he wants with the game. He could go AFK for 2 minutes and be fine.
I was going to say, he could probably be supply block for the next 2 to 3 minutes
yeah,
of the game.
Literally. That Zealot Archon wall at his natural is going to hold, and Nachoz has no threats.
The only thing Nachoz can do is hold down the drone key, and if you're holding down that key, you're not making army, and meanwhile, Revenant Rage is just making army behind this, and once that army gets to his side of the map, we're going to see a GG.
Yep. Nachoz built a spore while on like 10 workers, and that says a lot about the fear that DTs can strike into the heart of Zerg.
Yeah, and I'm noticing this again, but Revenant's going for +1 shields again instead of.
It's the Archons. He loves those poopy boys, and they are 350 HP of shields. So
here comes the beginning of the end. Here comes the
Zealot run by
Charge Zealot. Gonna slice all these links up, and once they die, this is the end.
Yeah, I don't think that's even a run by. That's a killing move. You're right.
Yeah. GG, well played.
Yeah, Rage getting it done.
Yeah, very, very impressive. He knew his builds. He seemed to know Nachoz, what he was going to do, and definitely was able to execute. All right, welcome back, players. Is everyone in the chat? Yep, looks like it. So I guess I'll start with game 1. Nachoz definitely looked like a decent chance in that first game with the push. Just unfortunate with that big storm by Revenant Rage seemed to keep you out, and that wall just a little bit too hard to break. I guess my question for you is, in game 1, did you know he had the third base to your right? And if you did, do you think if you attacked over there, it would have changed the way the game played out?
You mean on
again?
What's that?
Which person is he asking?
Nachoz. Like basically your attack, you tried to come into the natural, and Revenant Rage had a third just to your right. I think I don't know if you knew it was there. If you knew it was there, I'm basically asking if you knew, would you have gone for the third, or do you think that you were still trying to get into his natural?
If you go back and look at the replay, I had an OV right on that third, and so I knew that. But he had a sizable army, and I didn't. I was trying to come in through the natural and see if I could bust it down. I thought the army was going to, and there was a clue that there was he had reinforcements come in through the weeds. So I was like, oh, I know there was a third, even if I didn't have an OV. I knew that was there. I just thought I thought he had more armies at his third than he had at his natural. But I didn't do a great job of trying to bust down that natural wall. So
I believe he had 4 zealots there. I think in that aspect, I think if you would have maybe tried to attack the third and slowed down his economy, because obviously once he held you back and was able to just basically be a 3-base Protoss against a 3-base Zerg, he was able to drop his 4th before you were. And then his pushes from there, once he got the Protoss Death Ball, he seemed very comfortable with those Archons moving forward and basically just pushed you in. And I guess game 2, I guess Revenant Rage, when your proxy essentially got scouted, were you thinking at any point that you were going to adjust what you were trying to do, or was it just DTs all the way no matter what?
I figured if he had the proxy, I'd just try sending in a couple DTs just for the heck of it. And then after I sent those DTs, I started transitioning more into the standard CIA.
Yeah. Yeah, I will tell you, this is a Reverent Rage signature Protoss. He does not. I don't ever seen you proxy your Dark Shrine. It's you'll proxy other things, but not your Dark Shrine is in your main. If your opponent doesn't scout your main to see that DT or Dark Shrine, it's like, well, I don't know what you expect. And that's something I've never seen on the ladder. I've seen, like I said, proxy Dark Shrines all the time, but not straight up in your main. DTs are coming in whether you like it or not. So it's good.
Sounds good. Monkey Shaman, you have any questions or comments?
I'll say, Nachoz, I've been continually impressed watching these series versus the world of your Overlord spread, and for knowing things like when your opponent is putting down their third, getting a good view of their, like often of their base and production and their army and their move outs and all of that. But in this last game against Rage, like you were saying, he generally puts it up in his main. You didn't really get a scout in the main, so how surprised were you knowing that DTs are well within his range to have them show up?
And so it was like, oh, I'm gonna tell you where the catastrophic failures happen. I generate too many Zergs to counter a building, 2 buildings and a proxy setup. I could have just sent over a few lings and just dealt with that. Droned up, got my I didn't get my layer out. It was just catastrophic. It was like I don't have my layer, I don't have detection, et cetera, and I didn't scout, et cetera. So if Rage didn't do the proxy, if he didn't do the proxy and the DT and all that stuff and just set it up to kind of distract me, like in a normal game, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna send an OV, a sacrifice an OV across this board. What does he have? I would have done all the normal stuff, but that's just like the level I'm at. It's just catastrophic failure. So, yep. And I wasn't
totally fair.
When I heard the slashes, I'm like, I'm not shocked nor surprised. Of course they're
oh, there they are. Yeah.
Do I have a layer? Of course I don't have a layer, right?
Yeah.
Well, and those probes, the little hero scouting probes just seem to trip you up a little bit, just having them run loop around your main in the early game.
Listen, I play toss on freaking ladder. It is like if a scout, like if I see a probe and he's just going to hang out, I was like, oh, this is cannon rush. Now I don't think Revenant Rage is known for cannon rushing, but
yeah.
I don't put it past toss, and so like
Fair.
I just like I don't have the APM to like no and like the wherewithal of like, oh, they put down a pylon, how many drones do I go to attack it, and I just follow. And if he starts doing shenanigans and stuff like that, it's like, okay, now let's go shut down pylons and see where those pylons are at, because if they're not going to do anything, I can ignore them, but if they're trying to block off my ramp and put cannons there and all that, I'm done with that crap. So yeah,
all right.
That all
okay.
makes sense.
Yeah, I'm okay versus cannon. I'm not like I usually just roach up, Ravager up and just start sniping them. So, but then like if they transition to Void Ray, then I'm smoked unless I have a lot of queens. So,
the best defense for a cannon rush is to just definitely not let them get it up. But sometimes, unfortunately, they do. So I understand that completely. All right, well, that was our third series of the day, so I believe we have one more. Thank you, Revenant Rage, for the games, and I believe this one's going to be cash from replay.
Yeah. So GG's y'all. Hey, GG. Do I stay on? How do we do the replays?
I mean, you're more than welcome to stay on since you're already
I gotta hop off. if you want to help cast your own replay here, I think that would be really fun for the viewers to be inside the mind of Nachoz
I
as the
can
games are
ask you
going on.
questions as the game goes on.
Yeah.
Please
I like the
please
thought
do.
process.
I'm gonna be
try to
doing
get in the
laundry and
mind.
dishes, and I'll
Yeah.
have Twitch on, hearing you talk through the games. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. I'm dying to do this because I'll tell you what the heck was going on in my mind at the time. Because I'm a pretty standard player. I do builds and all that stuff, so I'll let you know where I get off track. I'm like,
Sounds good.
I might be asking myself, what was I doing there? I don't know.
Right on. All right.
Cool, man.
Well, see you guys, and
See you
Nachoz,
later.
thanks
Thank you for the help today,
stepping
Monkey.
up to the challenge, dude. It's been tons of fun. All right. I'll catch you later.
This is the most fun I've had ever in StarCraft 2. This is a freaking blast.
For the next series, I want some Nachoz games. So I'll see you there. Later.
Later, bro.
More of it to come too, Nachoz. We can do showmatch events relatively frequently.
Oh yeah. Nucleo, are you on? I don't know if you know this, but are you on camera?
I'm not currently, but here I am.
We need to get you back in the party as well.
Yeah, Nachoz, can we get you online?
Yeah, I think that would help. Yeah.
A little bit.
A little bit. You may need me. You may need me in the game. That's crazy talk. Hold on a second. I don't know why I quit out. I don't know why. I knew this was coming. Anyway, give me a second. La da dee.
I do like the fact that we were able to get one TVZ, one TVP, and one TVT. So like we were going to at least get you one of each race.
There you go. That's dope. I love it. Yeah.
Which series do you think was your favorite the whole day?
Reverend Rage is like real nostalgic for me. It is, but I felt like I could only do it like once. I only play him like once a season. I felt like I baby step got better versus him. I think me and Hyper, like, I don't know. He and I are both tryhards in the sense that we practice our butts off, and so like if I'm improving, I can assume that Hyper Turtle is improving. And I'm going around about what's my favorite series. I would think it was Sergeant ABC because I think we're even killed.
That was my favorite for sure.
Yeah, it was a oh man.
That was the series where I could not call the winner of a game. I literally I'm usually pretty good at that. I was like, okay, this game one, Nachoz, easy GG. And then I was like, wait a minute, something's happening here. And then game two, I was like, okay, Sergeant ABC, easy win. And then again, so back-to-back games, I was completely wrong.
Oh
yeah. So Nachoz, we lost your camera feed. If you could get that back online, but otherwise we are ready to go into Nachoz versus Chinpone, the last set of the series.
So for those of you who weren't here yesterday, these two players did play in a BO2 in the FSL, and Chinpone won 2-0. So I'm looking forward to if Nachoz was able to learn a little bit more ZVZ and maybe get a little bit more in this this show.
Yeah. I won't. I had
no spoilers.
No spoilers. I had scheduled a BO2 for Saturday and BO3 for the show match. And listen, I'm no spoilers, but he is Diamond 2. I am Platinum 2. So, but I will tell you that I went in as like, listen, if I don't learn anything, then I've lost. And so
I didn't know Chinpone was Diamond 2. Damn.
Bro, yes. Yeah, he's like 800 MMR up on me. So
all right.
He was like, why am I show matching versus you? And I'm like, bro, like you're the wall to me. Like I can't get past you, man. And so it was a lot of fun. But he like instructed me. He was a very patient teacher. But I just like he even gave me like, what if I off race? I'm like, no. I need to learn this. So let's get into it. Yeah.
All right. Heading into Nachoz versus Chinpone, game 1 on 10,000 feet.
Yeah. You guys are better camera people in game, so you run the camera.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's going to be... Well, I don't think we can do, like, observer mode, so that's going to be completely on Nucleo.
we know we can't do observer mode from yesterday.
Yeah.
Good lord! I was like,
Don't worry, I got it.
Why can't I do this? I want y'all to tell me how late I am with my link speed because the 2 games yesterday, no link speed.
All right. Well, in the upper left, we have the man in chat with us as we speak, the Orange Zerg. He is
Nachoz.
And in the bottom right, we have the pink Zerg player playing against the man with us here today. His name is
Jim Pone.
I always wonder how Chinpone decided on his name because it's not. It seems like the announcer pronounces it Qianpone, but we always say just Chinpone.
Yeah,
we should
it's
ask
definitely
him.
not chicken pone as Cranky said.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
All right. Okay, so I'm not sure if I can see what y'all see.
No, because since it's from replay, you have to click around yourself. You could just watch on the stream and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but
I'll watch on the stream. Hold on a second.
It'll be a little delayed, but looking
get
at
that
this,
custom
I
scoreboard
do
in the way.
like everything you've done so far. It seems very traditional ZVZ.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Chinpone went with a pool, hatch then pool. But he got his pool at 15, which is just slightly safer against in ZVZ, just in case you're getting cheesed, you get the pool relatively early, and you get the hatch like very early as well.
So you looks like you're scouting with your drone here.
Oh, okay.
You
This
seem
is
to realize
this
that
is
there's gonna
not
be some kind of cheese.
Yeah, this is not orthodox though. This is definitely not normal.
So you see this hatchery. What was your thought process when you saw the hatchery?
I've got to stop him from getting a hatch up. That's all I thought about was just trying to get that.
Okay.
Yeah, just trying to shut that down. Oh,
okay.
Chinpone said it's Chi-En. It's Chinese-ish from Mulan. Okay.
Ah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
There you go. Okay, now I'm looking on.
Chi-En.
Awesome. Yeah.
So your link speed, very, very okay. Definitely a good timing on that. It's going to be a lot earlier than Qianpone's, and you're going to be able to do a lot of damage to this hatchery. So I'm liking this.
Yeah. But
he has some lings on the way, so you got to be careful of this. Yep.
Yeah. And see, like
Qianpone's getting us around on your lings. Your lings are dying, and you're not fighting back. So yeah, that was a little rough, and now he's going to be able to keep this alive because you basically just threw away 3 larvae, and 3 larvae in the early game of ZVZ is a big deal.
So big.
So it looks like he's got a lot of lings, but he's also producing a lot of drones coming even from this base. So he's. Oh, I am so confused what he's going for. Oh, I know what he's doing.
I know what he's doing too.
Yeah, he's going to try to mine the rocks.
Yeah.
Yep.
So. Yeah, so like it looks like you went down to try to attack the hatchery with 6 lings. I think you were doing fine there, but then you didn't really manage them, and then like the rest of the lings kind of traded very favorably with them. Now Chinpone sets up like this path right into your base, and you're very surprised right now.
Queen is surrounded and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
And this is more lings than workers. Yeah, this is going to be a really fast game.
It's a really fast game. Yeah, and so, okay, so you're talking about the management of, like, my lings, they're on the hatch, they're doing their job, then he sends, his lings over to defend his proxy hatch. If I had lifted them off and get them off the target and just and packed them back, they would have been...
I think you would have been fine in this game if you, like, when you noticed that his links came in, you ran away and, like, tried to, like, maybe reinforce a little bit more. And essentially, you knew the hatch was here. You knew he was gonna, be able to push into you. But I seen you, like, invest in drones. And I would like to just see you invest in more links or maybe a Baneling Nest.
Yeah, exactly. That's the other thing I was gonna say is, like, so you knew that the proxy hatch was going up. Attacking it, like, yeah, I mean, that's fine. If you want to try to challenge it, I think it's a shorter distance for you to make a bunch of links and try to challenge that. But I think your follow-up should have been, oh, I know I'm getting cheesed. I know he's got a proxy hatch. Let's get a Baneling nest. Let's get a Roach Warren as soon as possible.
Yeah.
And then make a few safety units, depending on how much he's streaming across the map.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I completely agree.
It's in Zerg vs. Zerg, weirdly enough, I'm not used to the cheese, so my responses are like leave much to be desired. If I think like you said, it's the mentality of if I'm getting cheese, calm down, chill out, step back, get
Pump
your
units
up, army up, collect it up, because you can't just trickle in one at a time.
Yes.
For sure.
Chien Pong says, nachos and cheese, not used to the cheese. I know, dude.
Yeah, you were literally a team captain of a team called Cheesy Nachos.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Also, another thing I would recommend is that if any game you go down to one worker, just leave.
Yeah.
Live to fight another day.
Yeah, because like even though like yeah you might push this back, even if you push this back, he just has all of he has 2 bases, and he's just his workers weren't messed with, even if he didn't make a single one. So yeah. Some spines might have helped you.
And I want to look at his he never went past
All right.
Because I don't care. Yeah. So yeah, we had a chit chat after this game. It's just like he doesn't do builds or anything like that. He just like does what's fun. So
yep.
It's a real hard opponent to play against.
Alrighty, we want to move on to game 2?
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
thanks
we're
everyone
just
for
chit-chatting
watching.
now.
Yeah. I know this is a little different than the rest of the series we've been casting, but obviously, you don't get much chances to, talk to the player's mind while he's playing and, offer your 2 cents in. I mean, always the casters have, the hive mind. It gets to see everything completely, but it definitely helps the, watch replays. I know some players don't like to watch replays. Me personally, if I do a day of ladder, there's certain games where I will watch the replays too to see where I went wrong in.
Oh yeah. Oh, gotta tell you something. In today's show match, I took like 5 seconds to watch the replay real quick and check my benchmarks and see like where 5 minutes in, what was my drone count. 6 minutes in, what's my drone count. Just like real quick, just to see like was on track. Was I on track? So.
All right. Well, in the upper left, down 1-0 in this series, hoping to make a comeback. He is the Orange Zerg player.
Nachoz.
And in the bottom right, we have the pink Zerg player up 1 point currently. His name is
Chien Pong.
Yeah, really busting out a creative build in that first game. I've seen that sort of extractor to mineral line and mine out the mineral wall trick on like YouTube reels and stuff like that. But yeah, very rarely does anyone actually try to do that.
Yeah, I thought that's what he was trying to do with the extractor, but yeah, when he has the base, I guess it's not exactly as necessary for sure.
Yeah, you actually don't even need it at all unless you just want to build the units from a very forward location.
Was this a mistake, by the way? This extra overlord you have out right now? Okay. I just wanted to make sure. That's all. I just noticed you pumped an extra overlord and was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, so that's going to make your pool very, very late compared to your opponent. Yeah.
And here's another thing. You know how you have 1 of 3 gas right now? I always recommend if you're like drones are later getting in here, just grab 2 off your minerals and throw them in there. I cannot stress how important link speed is, especially in ZVZ.
Yeah.
I would much rather lose some minerals and get that gas out as fast as possible, because the difference of 5 seconds on link speed, especially if you like run 10 lings into 10 lings in the middle of the map, if he gets it 5 seconds quicker, you're losing your whole army.
Yeah, because it's like when you're watching your lean speed come in and you're getting attacked, it feels like it goes slower. It's like, oh, I'm gonna slow down for you. I'm like, son of a gun, yeah. Yeah, so everything, like, you know, when it's the catastrophic failure, the domino effect, when you like too many OBs, etc., it just downward spirals.
Can I ask, like, do you put your hatcheries on, you put it on like one single hotkey, correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
on 5, yeah.
And when you make queens off of that, do you just click on the base and then make the queen, or do you just like press the hotkey once and then double press the queen button?
Oh no, I do camera 1, camera 2, 3, and 4, queen, camera 1, queen, inject.
Gotcha.
Queen, inject. Box
Gotcha.
That's what it's called, box inject, yeah.
Okay, but yeah, you build the queens from the hatcheries that you want them coming out from, right?
That's right.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. All right, looks like you caught an Overlord early in this game. That's very good to catch, especially in ZVZ. That Overlord, it doesn't sound like a lot, but 100 minerals is one larva, and then now that's 2 other things that they can't make.
That's right.
Yeah.
And see, this is where link speed's gonna be like a big deal. Watch how much quicker his is done, and then it doesn't seem like much, but it definitely, like, if he had pushed some advantage here, he would have definitely been able to do something with it.
Yeah.
But
so
now yours just finished.
I like how you're getting the Baneling nest earlier this game, but one thing I think you should definitely adjust is you need to have your overlords within the path that your opponent's going to take. So in this case, he sidelines you with a bunch more lings than you were expecting, though more than the ones that he had at the front, and right now you're losing a ling fight right now. You're doing okay because you have a queen here.
Yeah.
The queen's definitely like turning the tide for you. But yeah, like it was just needless. Like you could have had these units like in production like way ahead of time. But yeah, like he started out with pool first and then into hatchery, and he didn't get much damage with this. Like you're in a great position right now.
Yeah, you are way ahead at the moment. That double gas seems a little early. Like you already have 190 gas at the moment. What do you need more for?
So this was what I was trying to transition to Roach.
Okay.
Because
but like even off 1 gas, like you can still make what's a roach 25 gas. You can still make 9 roaches right now, and you don't have the minerals to make that.
Yeah, exactly. If I do too many gases, it's like now later in the game, it's like where are my minerals at? Oh, I'm.
Yeah, you have too many gases here. I would recommend maybe if you wanted to take 1 extra one, that way you could drop a layer. But yeah, taking this double gas is actually hurting you at the moment.
So I'm actually going to disagree here because you have mineral saturation on 2 bases, and if you want to consistently pump roaches as opposed to just making a few of them, you actually do need 3 gas geysers. That's the minimum amount that you need for 2 base roaches to consistently pump them without any production issues. If you want upgrades on top of that, it's going to be 4.
I will agree
layers, stuff like
100%, but the fact is he's just still got so much gas floating.
Yeah, true, yeah. Like so you don't need them right now. If you weren't
floating the gas, then
like,
yes. But the fact that you're floating the gas, it changes the answer, I guess.
Yeah.
And also, this is a much more solid game to start.
Yeah, and also to JMPZ's point here, you could have started to produce roaches if you were going to mine the gas, but since you're not mining the gas, you could just be oversaturated on your minerals and then just make more drones or whatever.
Very good Bane hits there, but at the moment you need roaches and you don't have any on the way because your roach warren just finished.
Yep.
You have look at how much minerals you have, and you haven't been able to spend it.
And then this is I will tell you this though, this weekend it was me embracing the Ravagers. I have avoided the Ravagers for so long because I always felt like I finished with it, and now it's like, you know what? I'm gonna learn Roach Ravager. I'm gonna learn.
You have to.
You have to.
Yeah.
If Ravagers are for what they give up in armor, mutating. They have extra DPS, and that's without the vial. That's without the vial, they have a higher DPS and a bigger range. Right off.
See, and here's what's crazy. You just had that entire roach army just like push you in like that, and look where you are in this game. You're
still ahead on workers.
And you have the roach speed a little bit faster. Yeah, and you just have a little too many minerals that you're floating. Like if you could just like maybe get down double Evo chamber right now, pump out those upgrades, stuff like that. And obviously, I know that just comes with time and getting more familiar with the game. So, but the fact that you were able to hold that and stuff, you definitely have, you know, like there's some positive stuff there for sure.
I think so too. Yeah, I think this is my favorite out of all the weekend. It felt like after my fourth game versus Chiampone, and I was just like, I felt like this is where I closed the gap a bit.
This is by far the closest one I've seen from you two so far.
Yeah. It felt better.
This is where the Ravagers would be super helpful.
No doubt.
Yeah, so one thing that I think you should definitely have at this point as well is macro hatches to spend your money. But also, because you don't have macro hatches and you're making wings with your army, you're running into an issue where you really don't have that many roaches, despite the fact that you have the resources to produce them. So I don't hate Ling counterattacks, you know how much I love them, but you need larva to play that style, and you just don't have it right now.
I agree. Yeah, you made a lot of lings, and those lings, were could have been roach larva for sure.
And something that Chiampone taught me, which I've never done before, is last month I learned that you can. This is going to be separate but related. You can have speedlings. GG. You can have speedlings follow a if you have speedlings, if you have a fair amount of, you can right-click the mineral line workers just to chew them up faster. Than the difference between focusing on the building or the workers. And he goes, yeah, you just right-click, like right-click, shift, right-click. And I'm like, oh, that's amazing. So in today's matches, I was practicing my Ling run-bys and just right-clicking on the workers if I had a vision. So that's a little bit. I just learned that today. So.
Alrighty, well, for those of you who did stay around and tune in, I know that last series was a little bit different than what we would have been doing all day, but it looks like the world has conquered Nachoz today with a score of 7-3.
That will happen. That will happen.
Appreciate Nachoz for playing all these matches. It is kind of rough to play as many as he did. I think he played a total of 8 live matches today, so definitely shout out to Nachoz for doing all the production stuff he does behind the scenes, making our lives a lot easier, and thanks everyone for tuning in. But I guess next show match we'll figure out what it is. Usually we do show matches on Sundays, but for those of you here, if you would like to see the grand finals of FSL, is next week on Saturday. So you will see me, Nucleo, playing in that. Our team was lucky enough to make it there, so should be some good games, and I believe that starts at 12 p.m. EST.
I'm gonna I have a personal hot opinion for. I honestly thought Angry Space Terrors, my team, was going to be in the finals. I really did.
If you want to know, I had it predicted at 8-4, you guys. So I was definitely shocked when you lost.
Yeah, I also was expecting you guys to head into the finals as well. You have one of the strongest. You have one of the strongest players, Chatomic, and I was one expecting him to play in at least one set, which would have definitely garnered more points for your team. Unfortunately,
it'd be like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They call it. And
they're running the gauntlet.
Yeah, pull the boys is call it a comeback because that is they have fought their way from doing that. The first playoff is third place and fourth place. They have battled all the way back to the finals, man. That is amazing.
Running the gauntlet,
bro. Man, it's gonna be awesome.
And I'm gonna So after this, just so you know, Nachoz, I'm gonna play a couple games with Chiampone. He wanted to play me on Friday, but I was busy, so I told him I'd play a few games with him today. So if you want, I can send you those replays.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah. Cool.
All right.
I'm gonna drop
Thank
off.
you.
Thank you so much, y'all. Appreciate it. Heck yeah. Yeah. Do it. Yep. I will not turn down a match, that's for sure. I'm not very good, but I won't turn it down.
Sounds good. That's
fun.
how you learn.
That's the only way. That's the only way.
Yeah.
GG's, y'all. All right.
GG's, guys. Thanks, Nucleo.
All right, GG's. And let's do the intro to get us out of here.
Oh yeah.
Hell, it's about time.
We are taking it up a notch.
Yeah.
That's the thing that they got you. So
It's up. Each team has 1 point.
Oh,
my God.
Oh, 10 workers go down.
Mine on the
I
Nachoz.
like the idea. That is a very saturated mineral line. Oh, but it hits the overlord.
Overlords. Oh.
Yes, I've been practicing with those for the last week.
He's got his medication on hand. Oh, but he gets surrounded.
Oh, and he question marks him.
Oh.
DM's his friend. I like it. It's always fun when you play your friend.
Does he have another blink? Very nice. Bruce does have enough to really take on this army. He just needs to blink on top of it. Finish off those cyclones.
Looks like he's mostly defensive looking. Oh, there we go. There we go.
There's this
One.
Very nice storm. Kills it.
He's gonna beat it. GG's. Oh,
Going straight for the workers. Huge economic damage. 24 workers going down.
Oh no, that's a bad storm. That he walked through all the Protoss units got stormed there. Very few of the
They're going to be taking on the 2-time world champion Sarah. He has come in with guns ablaze. That is currently 30 units. We have the GG.
Pull it up!
Minnesota Barcraft, FSL team, manages to get a 2v.
A very good try overall.
He's did work. You know? Oh, you're not.
To a 2-0 victory over GG Izzy. GG's call.
7-10, low supply there. We have the GG. Alright, great.